Hello, hello, hello.
Si la quieres coger ahorita, pues aquí cerquita. Hello, Danielira.
How are you?
Good, Danielira. Thank you. How are
Okay,
you?
I'm good.
You're good?
Hmm.
I'm looking for my pencil sharpener.
Do you need one? Cause I.
Not really, because I shouldn't be drawing much more for what I'm drawing right now.
Ben, Silly.
But no, because I think what I have in my drawing is fine. I don't want to have like a super resolved drawing because that's kind of what I did for the last painting. And Chili's escaping Danny because Chili now barks at everything. And but if you hold her, she's fine. She doesn't quite bark. Um, yeah, and it's about to rain, so she's just listening to the rain like on the window pane, and she just barks. Uh, but so here comes Danny with Chili. But anyways, so I had the drawing that I did last session, which I painted this morning, which is giving me like a crisis, like it's giving me an existential crisis because I don't know if I should leave it there or keep going. Half the people tell me to stop, and
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
half the people tell me to keep going, and half of me wants to stop, and half of me wants to keep going. So I don't really know what to do with that painting. I really don't. But I think if I have to be super honest with myself, I think I'm stopping because I'm afraid of ruining something good. So I'm reaching to this point, which is good. It's like good, but I'm reaching there, and I am hesitating about moving forward because I'm scared. And I know that the only thing that you can do at those moments is to go ahead, to always push, because you never want to stop because you're afraid. You want to stop for other good reasons, but not because you're afraid. So I think I'm going to keep going with that painting. And even though it's at a nice stage, I think I'm going to risk ruining the painting. And I have to be okay with that. Um, because I really do think it's important to keep going. So I'm gonna do that with that one. But the only reason that I'm scared is because I had like a nice drawing, and nice drawings can eventually become
No.
um, conditioning in the sense that they can make you paint tighter. That's what usually happens. But in my case, it also makes me believe that I reached a resolution prematurely. If I have like uh, something quite, I don't know if resolved, but it seems like the rule sets for the painting are are established very, very quickly, very soon. And that makes me nervous when I'm painting because I feel that it has to go somewhere, like the painting has to go to like a very specific place. And I'm way more comfortable just thinking that I am making things up as I go along. So when I have a tight drawing, it just it confuses me a little bit, and I think if I have like a good painting session like I had this morning, then I I start convincing myself that oh no, it's I can stop here. And granted, like I could stop there. That I think that that's purely a subjective decision. Some people can say, as it's happening right now, some people can say I like it, and some people can say, oh, I wish you kept moving. I wish you kept going forward. And nobody holds the right answer there. So it's not a matter of public opinion. It's not like I'm gonna do a poll. Should I keep going or should I stop? Like that's never going to be like the way to answer those super hard questions. I think you're the only person that can answer those questions. And in my case, when I look at it, there is a side of me that wants to keep going. There is, and I'm just like acknowledging the very human part of me also that is telling is telling the other part, no, don't keep going because you're gonna ruin some of the things that are nice. So I think I'm struggling with that decision, but I'm also feeling that I already know the answer, which is that I'm gonna keep going. So I'm probably not gonna do that painting until I'm not gonna finish that painting till Thursday, maybe. Because if I am gonna keep going, I want the surface layer to be a little more stable, let's say. I don't need it to be like dry or touch dry even, but I need it to be a little more stable. So I think I'm going to go um to go and try and finish that painting um on Thursday. Thursday. What day is today? Okay, Monday. Tuesday. Okay, I could do Wednesday. Maybe I could approach it on Wednesday and see how it goes. But yeah, so for today, Danny, it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
And you in my brother's backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like um this window right here.
I already like a lot the composition.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, this is really strange. I should push it, but in because the perspective of this is weird. Oh, I should push. It's gonna be weird actually. There's a reflection. I was trying to figure out what this was. It's a reflection of a fence,
Mm-hmm.
but it's in a weird angle, so it goes against kind of like the perspective. I mean, it's a push perspective because of the camera for sure. Um, but I like it. I really like this image. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Peace Rose was asking what size is your paper?
So it's
Oh.
A3 size. So if I'm not mistaken, in millimeters, it's 420 millimeters
By 30.
by 29.7.
Yeah, it is.
So whatever that is in inches.
So 11 something,
So
16
it's
something.
11.5 by 6 or 11.7 by 16.5.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Something like that. You can always have a sense of how big something is when you see the hand. Like when you see how much you have to travel through the page.
Yeah.
That gives you a good idea. I mean, it's a guesstimate, but
a
it's a good idea.
guesstimate. I've never heard that term.
Guesstimate. Yeah.
A cool one.
Yeah.
Liad was saying hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Leah.
Liad. Oh, and Liad was saying, hate to say hi and bye, but I have to go. Bye,
Oh,
chat.
Have
Bye,
a
Liad.
great
Day.
day. Yeah, rest of the day, Leah.
Javi Hav was saying hello. Hey, Javi.
Always happy to
How are you?
have you.
Milolis dice buenas tardes.
La
Hola,
Lola.
Milolis. ¿Cómo estás? Javier Ugarte dice, hola Dani, hola Nico y chat. Un abrazo para todos.
Ugarte.
Hola Javier, ¿qué tal? Marcelo Peralta dice,
Marcel.
was saying hi chat, Danny and Nico. No, hi Chili, Danny and Nico. Hi chat.
Okay.
Hey Marcelo. And Marcelo was also saying, the window goes to the left vantage point, while the fence goes to the right vantage point.
Yeah.
Boy, I miss drawing perspectives from my projects at the university. It's all computer now, with this which is, I guess, faster, but don't cover my hands with graphite.
Oh, that's nice. I think I would have been a horrendous architect.
My dad is an architect.
Your dad is an architect. But
And he loves to do all by hand.
yeah, he's old school.
Yeah.
I would have been terrible.
He's old school.
Old school architect.
HM was saying, glad to be here. We'll be painting along with you.
Awesome.
Oh, that's nice. What are you going to paint? Let's see. Danny Khalifa was saying hi. Hey, Danny. How are you? Welcome. How would you say hi in another language, Nicolas?
Hola. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
But you served it super nicely for me. So
Brendan Kendrick was saying, good
Spiked
afternoon,
it.
OPL fam. Hey, Brendan. How are you? I think Chili was kind of tired
of
because I
us.
put her in. No, I put her in her bed
Yeah.
and she's kind of sleepy now.
That and the 2 Dramamines that we gave
Nah.
her.
Does anyone have a tip for
3 Dramamines.
teaching your dog not to bark that much? Because she was sick, and before she was sick, she was not barking. And
That
while
much.
she was
She
sick,
barks.
well, but she's a dog, of course.
Yeah, that's.
But now she's like hyper aware of everything.
She's a barker. She's a yapper.
Well, she's been barking for like 2 days. A lot. This is gonna be the third day.
No,
Yes?
like a couple more, a little more than that. For
No,
sure.
because she was
Yes.
sick.
I know, but she's.
No. Natalia Lazo Tavares dice: cada vez que los encuentro por sorpresa en directo me causa una gran alegría estar acompañada por sus charlas,
Uy, tan
humor
amable.
y sensibilidad. Ay, tan bonita. Hola Natalia, bienvenida.
Muy
¿De dónde nos
amable.
escucha Natalia? Fabio Alonso Castrillón dice: saludos para ustedes, Daniela y Nicolás, desde la calurosa Medellín.
Don Fabio.
Hoy Bogotá estaba muy calurosa por la
No.
mañana y ahora
Sí.
está lloviendo.
Está muy contaminada por lo que he oído en todo lado.
Sí, vi una noticia es que desde el martes empieza como una ola fuerte
De contaminación.
pues no, como de mala calidad de aire. O sea, no una ola fuerte de contaminación, pero sí.
Esa es de todos los días.
Mariam Hassanzadeh was saying, hi, what's your paper?
This is a moleskin sketchbook, A3 size. It's unprimed.
Oils.
We're going to paint with oils. No medium.
And red pencil.
And this is a
Water soluble.
Faber. No, not this. This one's just a regular. This one's a Faber Castell. Red. I don't even. 192. 192. I don't even know. Let's call it like a dark red.
And a
Just to be-
pencil extensor.
Dark red color pencil. And yeah, this thing, I don't know what brand it is. It's whatever brand.
It was a gift. I remember that.
Um
Yeah, we went to
oh
an
yeah,
art
I
store.
thought somebody had given. No, we spent a lot of money, so she gave me this. But I mean,
Well,
look,
but it was a gift.
I mean, yes.
La ñapa.
Yeah. But yeah, you can find these anywhere. These are. This one just happens to have like a bigger one for, I guess, like that. These would be more common for like pastel pencils, and these are just the size for a regular pencil. So it's good if you have like a little nub, you can just put it there, and you have like prolonged life for your color pencils.
Van Sant was
Or-
saying, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, please, no. We never interrupt Vincent.
Wait, Danny Khalifa. Well, I just interrupted Van Sant, but Danny Khalifa was saying, I don't see what you wrote.
What?
No, you could. I mean, I think they're joking because I can
Okay.
see it super clearly.
Moleskin A3.
Unprimed, oils, no medium, Faber Castell,
pad.
192.
Oh, this is like artist.
Dark
I
red
think-
pencil
are they called
color.
artist sketchbook.
I think that's how you call them, but I don't know if that's
Artist
the name.
sketchbook. See that? Artist sketchbook. Let's say it's the blue one. It has the blue little thing, blue little paper. So yeah, moleskin, unprimed, oils, no medium.
Faber Castell, 192,
Yeah.
dark red pencil
What
color.
else? What else?
Well, because Van Sant was saying, and who's the tattoo artist for your arm? Which palette and what desk?
Oh, so the tattoo artist. What's the Instagram of Lorena?
Lorena Skunk
So
Rocker.
She tattoos in New York. So she was a former student of mine, but she's a good friend. Lorena
Let me check.
Skunk
Yeah, Rocker, I think.
Rocker. So if you're in New York,
Yeah.
Look her up. She can tattoo anything, but she does like hyenas, like poppy hyenas. That's her like thing, but she can tattoo anything. She's amazing.
And
She's
the
very talented.
table.
Table
It's
is
a Colombian brand, I guess.
yeah. Table. A drawing. This is a piece of glass that I haven't cleaned. Shame on me. Piece of blue tape. Clamp.
Yeah,
Metal
Van
clamp.
Sant was saying, and the blue tape, where does it come
Oh,
from?
jeez. Come on. It's a. So what? Actually, this is important. It's a Scotch blue. Scotch blue
Painter's tape.
number 2090. Scotch blue number 2090. Original.
Saint Gales dice,
Original.
por cierto, ¿son todas las pinturas de Windsor o usas Michael Harding u
Muchas gracias
otra?
por la pregunta. Casi todas son Winsor Newton. Artist. Pero algunas son M. Graham. M. Graham.
Peace Rose was saying, what weight is the paper?
So this is a good question, actually, and I would have to Google it.
I think you can see it in the moleskin.
No, you can find it. I remember we said it once, but I forget what it is.
So
The weight. What else? What are we missing? I mean, the essential one, honestly, it's a blue tape. So I've tried other.
oh, and you use paper towels.
Oh yeah,
Super
Familia.
important. Familia brand, yeah.
Familia paper towels.
Familia. Let's see.
No, but I was gonna say, you know the good thing about this Scotch blue tape, if you paint on top of it, paint actually dries. So other tape that I've painted on, the oil from the tape just seeps into the tape and it just mixes with the glue, I guess. And what that does is that it doesn't make the paint dry. Or better yet, probably the glue goes into the paint and it just doesn't let it dry. So at times when I would varnish a painting, oh, by the way, if I varnish with liquid, which is terrible. So liquid for varnish, that's what I do. Don't do it. But
you
that's
were
what I
missing
do.
liquid. No, but you were saying no medium.
But that's what I do
So
if I
don't.
varnish, but don't do it because it's terrible. But that's what I do.
So I was Googling and I found that the sketchbook, the art collection,
Yeah.
it says 165 grams.
There you go. Yeah.
But St. Gales was saying 190.
No, I think it's one.
So I think that the 190, I think it's the water.
I think that's the
watercolor.
watercolor one. Yeah,
That,
I'm almost sure it's 165. Is it GR2? Is that how they say
G
it?
no
GRS?
G/M metro al cuadrado.
Oh,
MT.
the GM2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Catherine was saying, does your white paint have dryers in it?
yes. So big yes on that. Big yes. So according to the paint,
Nicolas.
it has which is PW6 and PW4. Almost every single white paint now has those two pigments, which is zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. It has alkali refined sunflower oil, and synthetic resin. And it's a weird and. That's even weirder. And synthetic resin. Which many of you would say, synthetic resin? What is that? And my answer would be, who the hell knows? Because they didn't say what it is.
Van Sant was saying, how about Danny? Where did you find her?
My best bet is that this is liquid. Where did I find Danny? In heaven, because that's the only place you can look for an angel.
Oy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was kind of a. I mean, I know it was a compliment, but it was a little.
Cheesy, but beautiful.
Yeah. No, not cheesy, but
Guess who is eating warm food tonight?
Vincent was saying the mic. Mike, it's
Mics
a
are
road.
Scarlet.
No, that's the console.
No, it's the same.
Oh
Same
no,
thing.
road is the
Yeah,
arm.
that was
Yeah,
that was
it's
again Scarlet Studio.
focus right. Yeah,
And the page is done.
yeah. And that's
So,
it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. That
We
was
have a web
amazing.
page. The web
Yes.
page is ourpaintedlives.com.
Where everything is up for sale. So this one is $450.
I mean, if you have all those questions and you want to revisit them, you could buy the painting
Please.
and you can see the list.
Thank you.
Well, you
all.
can't if it's painted on top, but
I approve of this message. Thank you. And good night.
yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Javier
So,
dice,
Daniel.
¿con qué te hidratas hoy, Dani? ¿Te matcha? Marcelo is saying, what's the brand of Dani's cool clothes? Oh, thank you.
Look at her.
I don't know this jacket.
Ooh.
I don't remember where it's from, but thank you. Gino, that one is saying, and how about your palette? You put your paints on and what you color it with. So maybe they're talking about the ground, like the gray ground you have.
Oh, no. So this is just a sheet of glass and it's painted gray on the other side.
It has a ground, yeah.
Yeah, not quite a ground. It just has like gray color on the back. So you just see through it. And what you see here is negligence. It's the color of negligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's a palette that screams, clean me. And then I look away.
So,
let's get to painting.
jokes apart, yeah.
What? What jokes? That was a proper conversation. So let's call any and all of this. It's called
Potato.
potato.
You were missing the matcha there, but okay. Negligence again.
Oh, Matt, come on.
It looks like a cookie. Like a hot cookie.
Oh, potato. So matcha equals soap.
No. Equals
Gross.
Danny.
Gross. So the one defect that the angel came with was
The angel, don't say
that. Her ability to turn into a demon that enjoys soap.
Soap. Let's go ahead. Do you like that? Soap.
Yeah, let's
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Thank you, Danny. That was a great introduction.
Yeah. That's the video content. That was not an
That's
introduction.
what people don't know they want, but as
Of
soon as you
course
give
they
it to
do.
them,
Yeah.
they
They're
recognize that
Asking
need.
for more. Gino, that one was saying, and what's the brand Nicolas hat that's not in frame? Oh, he has not a hat at the moment.
Can I show you Festival a little bit?
Yeah. And that hair is
You're generous.
washed with a Colombian shampoo.
That head is washed.
Yeah. That head and hairs
Hairs, yeah.
is washed with a Colombian shampoo.
I actually
forgot the
don't
name.
oppose that, calling them hairs instead of hair. Like people with hair, they have hair. I have hairs. I actually don't mind that. I think that's pretty good.
HM was saying, would you say most of the time you start with a drawing? I really admire how long you work on it before. I find it so hard not to rush in and just start painting.
Yes and no. I mean, if you've seen enough of our videos, many times I rush in and I start painting. So I don't know. It's like a mood thing. Sometimes I want to do a drawing. Sometimes I feel like I'm not, like I've spent maybe some days where I haven't been careful enough with my drawing. So it helps to just stop and draw a little bit. And other times I've noticed that I've become too stiff because I follow my drawing too much. So I purposely try to not draw. So it's like a daily thing, I guess.
Vincent was saying, I would be super cool if you would keep the writings in the final painting. Oh no, they're gonna be encrypted.
Vincent, I'm already gonna work on the painting, which you were like, the one person that was pushing me to keep going when all I was hoping to find were like people that told me like, stop, it's already cool. But the amount of pressure you instilled on me, it was like inhumane. So I am gonna keep going with that painting. So please, I already paid attention to one thing you said. I'm not gonna pay attention to two things in a day. That's just bad taste.
Let's see. So where were we
That's
before?
Dutch bad taste.
Natalia Lazo Tavares nos dice, soy de Cali, Colombia, pero los escucho desde Madrid. Nico fue mi primer profe de pintura en un taller en la Galería
What?
Roja en Sevilla hace unos
Ah.
años y desde entonces no suelto los pinceles.
Qué bueno, muy bien, qué maravilla. ¿Cómo va todo?
Margo Delgado dice, hola, una pregunta. Hola Margo,
Marga.
¿qué tal? Dice, en los últimos directos no me ha saltado la campanita. ¿Ya no funciona o será problema mío?
No, Margo.
Pues si Margo
no
quitó
conoce
notificaciones,
Ah, sí, si Margo nos bloqueó,
pues sí.
sí.
Pero no sé, Margo, es que eso a veces
Un acto
molesta
canalla,
mucho.
Margo,
La
que nos
verdad,
hemos bloqueado.
la verdad a mí tampoco
Yo
me
estaba
está
esperando
llegando.
este día para hablar con Margo, Lili.
Estás grita, o sea, barra en rojo.
Pues discúlpame, pero es que Margo,
Habla.
como diríamos acá, tiene huevo.
Ay, es que mi micrófono está muy alto.
Margo tiene huevo.
No digas eso. Margo, es un chiste, Nicolás no sabe límites.
No, mi amor, Margo tiene huevo. Porque
No.
nos dejó de seguir, no le importa.
Es
No le
que
importa nada.
eso, o sea, eso suena a chiste en colombiano, pero no sé si en otros
Margo nos conoce.
suene grosero, entonces.
No, Marguito, mi amargo tesoro. No, Margo, el YouTube hay veces es
Sí,
súper
molesta.
raro. Ahora sí, sin molestar. Margo, YouTube hay veces es súper curioso. A nosotros nos pasa lo mismo. O sea,
A mí estaba mirando y no me llegó la
a mí
notificación.
no me llegó, o sea, ni a Dani ni a mí nos llegó la notificación a mí. Yo veo el avisito ahí y no tenemos idea. O sea, yo no
No.
sé si es que YouTube debe por momentos actualizar los servidores o hacerle cosas a los servidores o hacer algo. O sea, yo creo que YouTube está en constante como fluxus. Y
Uy.
gracias.
Mm.
Y hay días que, no sé, debe haber algo que están haciendo como por allá atrás. Y entonces las personas no reciben eso porque yo no creo que dependa de nada de lo que nosotros hacemos. O sea, a nosotros nos pasa arbitrariamente que, o sea, hacemos un video y perfecto. Y al otro día, y no es que estemos usando palabras que de pronto YouTube tenga que decir, uy, no, como que diga, uy, no, tengo que hacer chequeos antes de avisar que están en vivo. No sé.
Sí.
¿Tú tienes alguna teoría? Yo he
No,
leído
no, y he leído que
súper
es así
arbitrario,
con
sí,
mucha gente.
súper
O sea,
arbitrario.
que la manera más fácil de saber que uno está es con la campanita, pero no es como 100 de 100 veces, no.
Mm.
No. Y menos
No,
con...
Margo.
No, Margo. Y menos con transmisiones en vivo.
Sí.
Porque creo que con videos, pues tarde que temprano llega, pero con los en vivos como que se demora más.
Tarde que temprano.
Sí.
O sea, 2024. ¡Ting!
O sea, no le vi el chiste, pero
Estaba oculto.
pues sigue oculto, mi amor.
No se ha asomado.
Saint Gales dice, buenas Dani y Nicolás, me ha hecho mucha gracia ver que al final el dibujo de Fer se volvió pintura.
Siempre iba a ser. Sí, ese, o sea, la intención de que fuera pintura existió siempre.
Ujú.
Lo que
Creo
pasa
que
es que
incluso tú lo
el
hiciste.
culillo incrementaba al darse
Estás
uno cuenta.
súper colombiano. No sé si la gente sepa qué es el culillo,
Yo
mi
creo
amor.
que mucha gente. Hagamos no un post, no un poll como tú dices, pero así por encimita, hispanoparlantes no colombianos. Si yo digo el
Culillo.
culillo incrementó,
No, porque eso es como que le creció el rabo.
sí, no es porque engordé. Yo engordo en todas partes menos en mi culillo.
¿Qué?
Mi amor.
¿Qué
Eso
significa
es bien
culillo?
sabido.
¿Ustedes entienden si uno dice como, uy, tengo mucho culillo?
¡Y gonorrea!
Nicolás.
Pero mi amor, o sea, si no hubiera estado en ese momento, pierdo el ocre. Listo.
A
Qué
ver qué
pena
dice la
con
gente.
ustedes.
A ver. Tere Cuellar,
¿Cuellar?
Tere
¿Qué te
Cuellar
pasa?
dice el trasero. ¿Ves? No.
Dios santo.
Culillo. Bueno, esperemos a ver. ¿Algún otro anglo? ¿Qué?
Anglo. Sí.
Hispanoparlante.
Culilo.
Saint Gales dice el culillo incrementó. Kim Kardashian. ¿Ves? Nadie entiende.
Sí, lástima, oye. Debería ser
Em,
universal el término, si te
¿Alguien
soy
más
sincero.
entiende? ¿Alguien más quiere participar? ¿Qué cree que es culillo? Adri Mendoza dice, no, yo no entiendo a qué se refieren. ¿Ves, mi amor? Es que tú hablas como si la gente entendiera. Culillo en Colombia es miedo.
Es un miedo
Como,
exagerado.
uy, me dio culillo hacer esto. Como
Sí,
me
ay,
dio
vamos a
miedo.
brincar del puente. Me entró un culillo.
Ujú.
Eso es.
Sí, pero entonces
Entonces,
Nicolás lo usa como si todo el mundo entendiera.
pues bueno.
Y tú dijiste, el culillo era real cuando estabas hablando del dibujo, entonces la gente debió
Sí,
quedar como...
sí, bueno, naturales aquí 100%. Bueno
Muy bien,
saberlo.
Margo había dicho miedo. Muy bien, Margo, ¿también usan culillo allá?
Grande, Margo.
No usan el culillo. Sí, no.
Bueno,
Ay, Margo. Margo siempre viene a descontrolar todo.
viene preparada.
Eh, bueno, ¿qué estabas diciendo, mi amor? Que te entró culillo.
Sí. Ah, entonces, el dibujo lo había hecho. Sentí que me había quedado chévere. Perdón, sentí que me había quedado bueno.
Interesante,
Bueno.
calidoso.
Calidoso, no, pero. Y entonces, ese es como una maldición del dibujo muchas veces que si a uno le salen las cosas bien, el susto a hacer algo con eso que hizo uno que le salió bien, pues incrementa. Entonces, y más cuando uno quiere hacer una pintura, que pues ese era mi objetivo. Entonces, yo sabía que quería pintarlo, pero lo pinté, bueno, lo había comenzado el sábado, pero había puesto como 3 pedacitos de color, no había hecho casi nada. Y hoy me propuse a trabajarlo y me gustó, pero yo lo siento inacabado. Es que eso es lo que pasa. Pero pues como está chévere, entonces no lo quiero como, no
Pues,
lo quería como tocar.
pero igual sé fiel a lo que tú sientas, ¿no?
Sí, 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 me puede más, honestamente en este momento me puede más el deseo de seguir, así sea como, como que el riesgo que corra y lo dañe, o sea, el riesgo que tenga, el riesgo que esté asumiendo yo al trabajarlo sea muy grande y lo termine dañando, prefiero eso a como responderle a esa, como a esa inseguridad.
Ujú.
Entonces, vamos a pintarlo. Sí, toca pintarlo porque, vamos, o sea, uno hay veces, uno hará pinturas chéveres, uno va a hacer siempre en la vida pinturas bonitas, pinturas feas, pinturas buenas, malas, lo que sea, pero nada de eso va a pasar si uno no asume riesgos, entonces nos vamos a arriesgar un poquito para eso.
Margo dice, tengo primos venezolanos, o sea, en Venezuela también se usa el tengo
Sí, Venezuela
culillo.
sí, Venezuela y Colombia son
No, claro, pero,
fundamentalmente
pues
hermanos.
claro, pero hay muchas terminologías que no se usan
También, debe haber
allá, que
cosas
se
muy
usan acá
locales.
y del mismo modo en el sentido contrario.
Acabada la cena, sí.
Entonces, no, mi amor, eso es,
Yo sé, la reina
sí.
versus Jesús.
Em, so, where were we? Mm,
You tell us, Daniel Era.
you tell us.
Nutella.
Tell
Natalia.
us. Catherine Premsky using yellow,
Catherine.
everyone, haha, or hello. Yellow, Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow is hello in artist.
Mm-mm.
Thank
Mm-mm.
you.
No, no.
Um, so Mariam Hassan, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Hassan Sadeh was
Okay.
saying thank you regarding the information of the paper.
It's gone now, but
Well, it's there if you just scrub, is the way you call it, the video a little bit.
yeah, well you would have to just pause it
You-
It's best to
No, because
rewatch it, pause it, and then
no, because I
or you
mean, if
could go
they're
back.
watching right now, they have to scrub back. They can't
Yeah.
just like pause it right now and it's
Well,
gonna
scrubbing,
appear.
I usually associate scrubbing with going forward. I don't think of scrubbing as going back. But you're right.
Of
You could
course, it
scrub
is.
backwards and forwards.
Yeah, it's moving the.
Yeah, it's just like clicking on the timeline and dragging it forward and backwards.
Peace Rose was saying, um, my chihuahua
Hmm.
barks a lot, but I look at her and say no firmly. My expression is one of I don't like that at all. Sometimes it works and sometimes not so much.
Oh,
She
great.
whines a lot for food too.
Oh, she's
No,
Chili
I have to say
has
something.
like a black hole in her stomach.
Yeah, and I have like this is something that happened and it did happen like that. I
Okay.
don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're making me
Nicolas,
think this is something that I don't know about.
when Chili was sick, so before Chili was sick, my mom gave Chili chicken. So she realized that she could eat the things we eat. That was like the first thing that happened. And then
The
Nicolas
beginning of
gave
the
her,
end.
started eating banana and giving her like little banana.
It's a banana. I
Yeah,
mean,
but now she realizes that when we eat,
yeah.
she can eat that too and it's delicious.
Yeah, but I don't
But
give her
she
like
does not like bark or something like that when we're
no,
eating.
she begs.
She just like stares, like with
Yeah.
open eyes.
Like Bambi eyes.
And she's like
Feed
smelling
me.
the floor to see
Feed
if
me.
something. Yeah. She loves
Food.
food so
Yeah.
much. I mean, we've been mixing the food with medicine,
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't care. And
No. That thing
the
must taste like
medicine,
crap, honestly.
yeah, and it
I
looks
have no idea how
because
she
it's
does
like
it.
a pink antibiotic,
Yeah.
like a medicine for coughing,
Yeah.
and some like transparent liquid thing,
Yeah. No, it
and
looks
it's all mixed
terrible.
together with the, ¿cómo se dice? Pepitas, las.
With their food.
Yeah, but how do you
Dog
concentrado? How
food.
do you like dog food? Yeah,
Yeah.
and it looks terrible because it's
Horrible.
like a pink water, but it turns purple. Oh, she loves it.
Yeah, she'll
She,
eat anything.
yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Danny Khalifa was saying, "I love your works."
Thank you.
Mm, eh, mm, mm, mm. Oh, and Vincent was saying, and we don't know anything about the brushes.
Yeah, we don't know anything, Vincent. So this is a Artist Hog Windsor Newton. They're very good, actually. Long filbert. I have to
Mhm.
buy more of these. I actually like these um, bristle brushes. I think more than I do these, which are my other bristle brushes that are Da Vinci Maestro 2.
You said bristle brushes?
Bristle.
Yeah, but you said
Bristle brushes.
Bristol brushes?
Yeah, the only thing I really like this. The only bad thing about these is that they shed. Holy shed. You know? So it's a little annoying, but I usually don't care about those things. But I'm noticing that they do shed more than my Da Vinci Maestro. So,
Mm,
you know,
do they shed more than I do?
oof, no. I don't think so.
Gaby dice, hola, hola. Hola Gaby, ¿qué
Pérez
tal?
Gil.
Y Gaby dice, y mientras tanto yo no consigo que mi gata coma pollito o pescado porque solo le gustan sus pepitas. Y carita triste. Pero
No.
súper, Gaby.
Pues sí, porque apenas coma pollito o pescado,
Ya no va a
el
entender de pepitas.
palomo va a ser el postre.
Ay, yo no había pensado
Pues yo
eso.
sí, mi amor, eso
Bueno, igual las pepitas deben tener.
apenas ella diga, esto es paloma.
Ay, no. Mm. A ver. No sé qué fue ese sonido.
Sí.
Van Sant was saying, Maisha says, hello guys, it's been a long before I saw you. Why does
Maisha.
she have a long neck? So, hey, Van Sant.
You
I
know,
do have a long neck.
yeah, some people are born with like longer necks, Maisha. it's really good for Danny because she can eat the leaves at the top of the trees.
Yeah. I
So
can grab things
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
the desk.
It takes really long for her to swallow things. That's the bad thing. Like whenever she finishes swallowing lunch, it's already dinner time. So it's really annoying, Maisha. It's like, oh my god. But it's really good because she can't talk while she's swallowing. So I recognize that time as having like it's a
Peace
good
of
time to have
mind.
like an argument with Danny. It's like, Danny, I'm gonna buy this. Just let me know. Tell me. Say something if I shouldn't buy this figure. Because it's like my 100th figure and I think I'm overdoing it. But just let me know. Just say anything. And all I can hear is like, "Goo, goo, 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 goo."
Well, to be honest, I would say buy it. So it's never, I would never tell you don't buy it. So
So, yeah, those are pros and cons of a long neck. She did wear neckties, and I'm saying neckties, Maisha, because she wouldn't wear just one. She would wear like about four. It looked really, really cool. And when she burps, they're really
oh,
long,
it
like
resonates.
huge burp,
Yeah.
like enormous burp. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I'll say scares Chili. Danny's guttural burping, because it comes from like the core of the earth. So yeah, I hate to generalize, but I think all people with long necks are like that. I mean, it's a stereotype.
Well, I have a long neck but a short body.
Yeah. So
So that
imagine
too.
imagine that.
Well, where was
I
it?
don't know. I just
I would
imagined
love
you
that people could
walking.
see you.
I just
Just like
imagined you walking. We have to
dancing.
redraw this then.
What's that?
That's your tucked in little shirt. I'm gonna give you like
uh,
pantalonera.
hmm I'm going to the gym. hmm So I'm a T-Rex.
No, no, no. Your
Well,
arms
look at
are
my
fairly
arms. Or I have like a super broad back.
you're like Cristiano. You're playing soccer.
hmm Perfect.
Yeah.
I would always score a head
Oh, a
kick.
header.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% of Danny's goals,
I
all
can't
headers.
run that fast because I would
Oh
fall.
no, she goes like
Because of the weight of
when she
my head, you
runs,
know?
she's like she's like wait.
What's that? I don't get it. ¿Qué
I
es
can't,
esto,
I
mi
can't, I
amor?
can't draw upside down.
I have no idea what you're doing. Es como una estrella de mar, mi amor. O sea,
No,
la cara no es cara.
that's you're like ooh. And then this is your hair.
The good thing is that it's a very great way to mop the floor.
Yeah, in here?
Just like put water and soap in my hair and just
Yeah.
like clean my house.
It does smell dirty, so Danny takes 4 showers a day, which is good, but she wastes a lot of water.
Well, but I clean the
But our
shower.
house spotless.
Squeaky clean, yeah.
Spotless. It's amazing. It's amazing. We never tell you about that one time that her neck just got caught outside the elevator. It was really weird. It was very weird. A lot of people got scared that could only see the head just going up and down.
Vincent was saying, forget the initial drawing. The tiny Danny is better. So where were we? Cody Winicky saying, hey OPL. Hey Cody.
Hey, Cody.
I think it's long time no see. What have you been up to, Cody? Is the bell not working for you too, Cody? You're not here anymore?
Hey, that was
Margot was saying, está diciendo, bueno, no pasa nada. Yo lo sigo igual. ¿Ves? Tú tratando mal a Margo. Y Margo siempre está
Lo
acá.
único que yo siento por Margo es amor verdadero.
Muy bien. Em, a ver. Obu, or
Ujú.
OBHU, was saying, "Hi, friends. Hey, Obu." And they were saying, "Spanish stream today." It's always
It's a mix.
mixed.
It's a mixed bag.
Yes.
We never know. That's the beauty.
Yeah. Whatever you throw at us.
We answer in Spanish.
No iba a decir lo esquivamos, pero se me olvidó.
We excavate.
We esquimate. Vincent was saying, "Maisha loves the running Danny."
She's the best.
Yeah, it's great. It's terrible because I can't see Chile when I run
No.
like that.
But when the sky is like beautiful, blue skies.
Yeah. That's true.
That's all you see.
That's true. Well, you would have no idea because you have a regular head. But
I've
told you about this. So let's say that you know because I've
I can
shared.
only experience secondhand
Yeah.
because I do I wish I was I wish I had your neck. I wish I had your neck.
Yeah. You wish you had my hair.
Yes. Well, yeah, because I don't mop the floor. I scratch the floor.
Yeah.
I think my head would sound like
You wouldn't like to mop the floor.
my head would sound like those stoppers, door stoppers, like brrrn, brrrn,
Yeah, you sand the floor.
just hitting the
So-
floor constantly.
Let's see. Javier Ugarte dice, hace una semana que tengo culillo de pintar.
Bueno, ánimo. Si,
Javier, hoy es el día.
si yo voy a pintar esa que pinté hoy, si la voy a acabar, pues la voy a seguir pintando o voy a acabar con ella, no sé cuál de las dos. Javier, Ugarte, vamos, hágale pues.
A jugarte
A
con
jugártela.
toda la pintura, Javier. Saint Gales dice, Javier, eso he sido yo los últimos 2 meses prácticamente. El viernes pasado fue la primera vez que pinté en mucho.
Bueno, grandes.
Pues lo importante es empezar.
Claro.
Sí, entonces, muy bien,
Siempre.
Saint Gales, por empezar. Gaby dice,
Gaby dice,
no porque yo quisiera que ella comiera más saludable. Lo de kimchi no me preocupa, jaja, porque igual intenta atacar al resto de palomas que llegan al balcón.
tiene
De pronto
respeto.
quiere es pollo crudo o como pollo o
Pollo-
paloma fresca.
Pollo que no, un pollo del
Pollo
que no,
ya,
un pollo que no, un pollo
Mi
del que no
amor.
conozca el nombre. Estoy tratando de decir eso, pero no sabía si esa era la manera como
Pues sí tendrías que
apropiada.
decir una paloma porque no era un pollo.
Esa cosa.
No, fatal. Pero Gaby, ¿cómo así? ¿No es saludable las pepitas?
Es.
¿Y no hay como barf para gatos? Debe haber.
Pero no.
Pues,
guácala.
pero si ella quiere darle algo saludable.
No, pero con pepas están bien.
Mi amor, sí, pero existen, mejor dicho, para los gustos los colores.
Ujú. Para
Entonces-
los gatos las pepas.
A ver.
Son
Mm.
saludables. Igual los gatos, todos los animales están bien concentrado.
Dice...
Más
mm,
felices si comen lo que naturalmente comen, pero
Leslie Cavazos Garduño.
gabazos.
Garduño.
Garduño.
Dice, hi guys, happy to catch up on a live. Loving everything per usual. Hey Leslie, how are you? How's everything? Happy New Year.
Oh, stop. No. Nuts.
Cody Winnicky was saying, the bell works great. We were on the trip to the Dominican Republic for the
Ooh,
past 2 weeks. Just got back and I'm happy to catch up. Oh, that's great. I remember.
nice. Punta Cana.
How was it?
I mean,
How
I'm
was
speculating. I
the
don't know
Dominican
where.
Republic? Where were you at?
Punta Cana.
Punta Cana. Gaby dice, pues es que las pepitas tienen muchos más carbohidratos de los que quisiera y como los gatos suelen tener tantos líos con la comida seca porque necesitan más hidratación, punto, punto, punto. Gaby, y
Uy, ni idea.
comida blanda,
Sí, esas latas, Gaby.
sí. La verdad, nosotros,
Yo todas
ver,
las propagandas que veo de gatos siempre salen es comiendo como un atún así de lata.
sí, de esas comidas de lata. Esas yo las he visto en la veterinaria.
En todo
Incluso con
lado.
esas era que le mezcla, pues no las de gato, obviamente.
¿No es más popular esa comida de gatos la comida seca?
De pronto. Pues bueno, o sea,
Gaby, conteste.
del conocimiento limitado que tú y
Ah,
yo
no, yo no
tenemos de
tengo idea de
gatos,
gatos,
pero
no. Yo sé que son un engendro del demonio.
no,
De
son
resto no
lindos.
sé más.
No, no, son lindos. Oye, sí, Chili estaba muy cansada. O sea, cayó, está durmiendo con las patas así,
Sí, ya no le tenemos que dar
modo
3
momia.
dramamines, sino nos dimos cuenta que 2 funcionan.
Gaby dice no le gusta nada, odia el whiskas. Whiskas es la comida blandita, la comida.
Es como una comida toda conocida de lata.
Gaby y, a ver, nosotros con Chili nos hemos dado cuenta, como Chili comía tan rápido, nos sugirieron echarle agua en las pepas, en el plato. Entonces ella come como si fuera un cereal. Y eso la verdad ayuda un montón porque para comerse las pepas pues tiene que tomar un montón de agua. ¿Eso no funcionaría? ¿Será que las pepas mojaditas no le gustarán?
Eso solucionaría lo de
De
hidratar.
hidratación, sí, pues no lo de los carbohidratos, pero pues
Sí, pero claro que de nuevo decir que estamos hablando 2 personas que no sabemos absolutamente nada de gatos.
sí. Por eso pues yo estoy hablando desde Chili, que es un perro.
Un perro muy gatuno además.
Un perro muy de todos los animales. Nicolás
Sí,
dice que es todo menos perro.
pues es
Pero sí
como...
es muy perro, lo que pasa es que es muy todo animal. O sea, ella es salvaje y es gatuna y es perruna y es un ratón, todo. La mejor,
Muy curiosa, sí.
la más linda. Ay, es divina.
Sí.
Y no me gusta que digas lo contrario nunca. Nunca
Pues
lo dices, pero...
afortunadamente nunca lo he dicho.
Eh, Gaby dice, jaja, no. Oli entonces no se las come. Ah, no, sí, no, es que chili igual uno le puede echar,
Popó.
o sea, la comida dentro de una media vieja y se come todo. O sea,
Oh,
ya no,
nom.
sí, deliciosa. Gaby dice, es un tris princesa consentida ella, jaja. Y si le huelen un mínimo diferente o se siente un mínimo diferente, no come. Ah, no, no sé, difícil. Mm, Javier dice, ¿qué son las pepas? ¿Las
Comi-
del gato o en, pues a las pepas que nos referimos es al concentrado?
Concentrado, sí.
Sí, como concentrado en bolitas.
Concentrado.
En bolitas.
Pues no hay más.
Pues no hay más.
No, pues
¿Cómo se llama entonces en la comida blanda?
comida.
¿Concentrado blando?
No, no.
¿Desconcentrado?
Comida en lata.
Um, so,
So,
how are you doing?
good.
Also, did you talk about the palette? Because I see a lot of colors, but I want to know if you're
Ooh.
working with the, like your regular palette or...
No, this is a very kind of overcast grayish painting. So, I mean, you can make grays out of a kind of high saturated
Yeah, but
um
for what I can see...
primary colors palette.
I'm sorry,
but-
I'm interrupting.
No.
I was gonna say that for what I can see, you're not touching bismuth,
Nope.
and none of the weird colors, like the how is the name? The
Go for it.
blue one.
Oh, go for it.
No, I forgot. Cobalt teal.
Well, it's not quite teal. It's turquoise.
Cobalt
I mean, this
turquoise.
one. They're very close in like hue, but
So is
the-
it your Zorn palette?
yes.
Yeah.
Van Sant loves this palette. Loves it.
Is it a
No.
joke?
No.
Gaby dice, además, solo para que sepan ustedes, cambiarle comida a un gato es complicadísimo y uno se demora semanas o si no ellos se maluquean resto.
Wow.
Pero creo que a los perritos, o sea, no sé si sea como los gatos, pero yo sé que toca como de a poquitos.
Gradual, sí.
Sí,
Pero hay perros que...
pues chili.
Hay perros de perros. No, pero Chili nunca hemos probado cambiarle la
Claro.
comida. Bueno, al comienzo, pero estaba muy chiquita. Pero no, hay perros que la panza de los perros no les aguanta nada y hay perros que son unos chulos y se pueden
Chili.
comer lo que sea y no les
Chili.
importa.
Cody Winnicky was saying, it was Punta Cana. We had a great time. It was very touristy, which wasn't really my thing, But considering it was our first vacation in 12 years, it was
Wow.
very enjoyable.
Oh, that's so cool.
Sounds great, yeah.
Congratulations.
Were you swimming a lot? Do you like swimming in the ocean? I like it a lot. So when you go to a hotel, Nicolas,
Yeah.
near the beach,
Yeah.
do you prefer going to the pool or to the ocean?
No, I like the ocean.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the ocean.
Yeah, I like it too.
Like the ocean.
I mean, I love a pool.
I don't love when
But
it's
if
full
I'm-
of algae, like that your feet
Oh,
are touching
yeah.
algae all the time.
No.
I have to say I don't love that.
No, and when it's
not at
crazy
all.
cold, that's
No, cold I
complicated
don't care
too.
that much. Like the Pacific,
Mm,
yeah, it's not that bad.
well, if it's a very sunny day, then I'm good with it. But if it's not that sunny, and if it's cold,
No, yeah,
complicated.
I don't mind it. Temperature wise, I don't think I've ever mind like either a cold pool or a cold or like the Pacific Ocean. I don't think I think it's fine. But yeah, sometimes just not knowing what's underneath and you just touch it and it's like ugh.
Hmm. Or
That
when
for some reason it never freaks me out, but it's always like ugh.
or when it's rocks,
Yeah.
like tons of rocks, not like the super cool sand.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
not
no.
cool as in cold, but as in like super smooth
Yeah.
sand. Yeah.
And you always cut yourself with some sort of coral.
Yeah.
But it's always I always think, oh, I cut myself with this. But then it's like, oh, it's salt water, so it's the best thing I could do for that cut. So it's always good.
Gaby dice,
Gaby dice,
¿y ustedes tendrían otra mascota que no fuera perro o tortuga? Asumiría que tendrían.
no.
Yo tuve una tortuga, Gaby, pero
Qué pena,
no,
yo respondí
no volvería a
sin-
tener,
sin
pero
editorializar.
Nosotros con Chili
Mm.
es más que suficiente. Mi
Sí, es que
Chili
hay
es
dos niños.
perfecta.
2 niños cada semana, más chili. Ese es complejo.
No, yo estoy perfecto.
Yo estoy perfecto.
Yo soy zen, siempre. Incluso he agradecido mucho, Gaby, que desde Chile yo era una persona que podía estar en la casa por mucho tiempo, todos los días. O sea, podía, no sé si no tenía como que ir al mercado o a cualquier cosa, podía pasar días sin salir de la casa. Y ahora por Chile, pues tengo que salir al parque y agradezco eso. Como salir, airecito, jugar con ella, que vaya al parque, no sé. Como que me cambió la rutina de una manera súper bonita.
Muy chévere. Yo no salgo hace 8 meses, creo, Gaby.
Mm.
El aire
Podrías
que
salir
respiro
con
es,
Chili
es
cuando quieras.
recirculado.
Ella le
Yo
alegra
puedo-
a uno los paseitos.
Yo puedo salir con Chili. Yo sí sacara a Chili, como la he sacado un par de
Sí,
veces.
no, obvio, la ha sacado, o sea.
Ella sabe que conmigo es otra cosa. Es como, puta vida. Bueno, hagámosle.
Pues es vuelta.
No, es un paseo de reconocimiento.
Ujú.
No es un holgorio.
¿Holgorio?
Creo que lo estoy usando.
No, yo la llevo al parque que nos queda
Ah.
enfrente, luego la llevo
No,
al
para
parque más
ti es
grande,
como si
tiene amigos
en el colegio
perros,
hubiera paseo. Es como,
tiene
ay,
amigos
hoy vamos a ir al
perros,
planetario.
le
para mí
juego
es-
con ramitas,
No, para
le
mí,
doy
Chili,
premios,
Chili, ¿vas a cagar? Vamos pues. Hágale pues.
la consiento. Hoy, digamos, me
Mm.
senté en unos tronquitos que hay y me senté en los tronquitos y ella se hizo patas arriba, entonces la consentí ahí en el solecito.
No, a mí me llegan personas a hablar.
Le estaba
yo soy-
tirando yo pastico así y
No.
ella estaba así como tratando de cogerlos, divina.
Mm, mm.
Es súper bonito.
A mí me llegan personas y yo soy,
Y la
sigan
jalas.
caminando,
Sí.
sigan caminando. Yo no soy una persona que va a hablar porque todos tenemos perros. No estoy buscando amigos, gracias.
Pero yo
sigan.
tampoco estoy buscando amigos.
Gracias
Yo
a-
solamente
no, no.
dejo que mi Chili huela a los perritos porque a Chili le fascinan los otros perros.
De
Entonces
lejos,
siempre
Chili.
quiere como olerlos, jugar,
Gracias, Chili, de lejos.
saltar.
Yo no soy uno de ustedes. Sigan caminando.
A ver, Cody. A ver. Cody was saying, I thought it would be criminal to go all the way from Colorado to Punta Cana and not spend as much time at the beach as possible. Haha. There actually wasn't much seaweed at all where we were. Oh, that's great.
It's very nice. Punta Cana is very nice. So
That's the way I think too, because we don't have a an ocean, like a beach close by.
Oh no, close by no.
No, not at all. So when I do travel, to be honest, I haven't been to the beach in a long time. But
Long time, yeah, me neither.
yeah, but um, yeah, when I go, I love to spend a lot of time by the ocean because I love it. Catherine Poremsky was saying, I live the ocean and the acceleration of trying not to get slammed by the big waves. Haha. I love the ocean, but sadly live in a house. No, wait. I don't get it. So I guess it was not I leave the ocean, but I love the ocean. And the
Okay. Yeah, I
acceleration
don't
of
think she
trying
lives in
not
the
to get.
ocean.
Of course not.
I think she breathes
No, but I
oxygen.
thought it was maybe I live by the ocean.
Mm.
Maybe they were missing the by or something like that.
Mhm.
So I love the ocean and the acceleration of trying not to get slammed by
Mhm.
the big waves. Haha. I love the ocean, but sadly live in a house. But do you live close by? I assume not. Gaby dice, siempre me encanta escucharlos hablar, pero me toca ir a editar un video, re bonitos los bocetitos que hay abajo de la pintura, jaja, besis a los dos. Un abrazo, Gaby.
Chao,
te
Gaby,
vaya
que
muy
le rinda.
bien. Los bocetitos son yo,
Las,
ángel demonio del jabón,
Ajá.
y yo, cabeza de trapero. Muy bien. Nicolás, la coincidencia perfecta. Mi cabeza de trapero, mi cabeza que limpia, mira que dice sobre mi cabeza, mi pelo. Soap.
O coincidencia, o no hubieras dicho
Sincronicidad.
eso si no estuviera esa palabra escrita ahí. Nunca lo sabremos.
No, porque yo ni entendía tú que estabas dibujando al principio.
Pero es que uno no sabe cómo el cerebro se condiciona.
Obu was saying, Nicolás, I love the tattoo on your hand.
Oh, thank you. They're both all I have tattooed in my body are my children's drawings. It's the only thing I have tattooed. But thank you. ¿Estás bien por allá?
Hmm?
Sí. Suspirando ando.
Hmm?
I shouldn't be like spending so much time with like little specifics of the portrait right now. I think it's like a little too premature. So I don't know why I'm doing it, Daniel Ira. It's the draw of a portrait.
So don't do it.
Okay, don't tell me what to do.
Well, you're saying I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't tell
it,
me.
And then you're doing it again.
It's the draw.
You,
It's
like,
difficult.
Keep doing it. So
Yeah. But I'm almost.
just move to the other part. Like try to cover
I moved.
everything.
I already moved to the other side of the face.
Well, not out of the face. Out of my face. So no spoilers, but have you guys been watching The Last of Us? I want to know. I have to say I've been liking it a lot.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. It's with few exceptions. It's been quite faithful to the game.
Well, I've never played the game, so for me, it's not like I have a script that
Yeah.
I know what's gonna happen, and I have to like see how it matches what I had in my head.
Yeah.
So I think it's great because story-wise, I've been liking it.
Yeah. Acting
And-
is really good too.
Well, there was one episode,
Oh
so
yeah.
that's
the
why
third
I
one.
said no spoilers.
Yeah. It's
But
very
I
good.
cried. It
Oh
was
my
so
god,
good.
you were like
I was like
it was like
bawling
let's wash
my eyes
let's
out.
wash the sheets. Oh no, they're already washed.
Yeah. They were washed with salt water from my tears
Yeah.
and my mucus.
Okay.
Rebecca Caridad was saying,
Rebe Caridad.
I love it. Although
love
there
it.
wasn't enough Pedro in last night's episode.
Oh, but you gotta give time. I
Yeah.
mean,
But I think
it was good. It's good.
good.
Yeah.
Cody was saying it was episode 3, huh, Danny? Yes. Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think that episode is like translates in my emotions to the beginning of the movie Up,
Oh,
because I remember that like that part of the story, like the love story.
oh, everyone, yeah.
Oh, like my chest was hurting so bad. I don't know why.
Yeah, and it's too soon. Like
Ugh,
it's very risky to do that in a movie.
no, it was perfect. And this
Yeah.
episode, like the whole episode, I was just like crying and I was holding Nicolas' hand so tight.
Yeah, don't touch me.
And I was like, I love you. And he was like, shh, let me see. Yeah. Oof. Great episode and great acting.
Yeah,
Because by the way, we
fantastic.
were watching White Lotus.
Yeah.
It was like we finished the first season
Yeah.
of White Lotus and we started Last of Us. Or we were watching them simultaneously, I don't know. And we were watching the episode right after we finished White Lotus.
Yeah.
So it was weird because I had the character, one of those characters, in mind with a very different personality. And I think that sometimes you just can't, like, you can't think about the new character, but you just have them in your head as the character you watched previously. But with this one, I mean, the acting was so good that I forgot completely. Like, I was super into the character that they were interpreting. So it's a great watch if you want to see it.
Good show. Yeah, I'm super happy
Yeah.
for. I mean, this is not a small studio. That game has been one of Sony's like most successful games ever. So it's not like, oh, finally they get what they deserve. No, it's like for people that like video games, like they know that that game has been huge.
I like that they're doing the like series of video games. Cause you were watching one. I forgot the name.
Of video games?
Sí, la que era animada.
Oh,
Algo con C?
well,
Con?
there's a cyberpunk one
No,
that I
not
was
that one.
watching.
No. The one I think it was on Netflix.
Mm,
I remember one part
the
because
League
that
of
was
Legends one?
I don't know what
Yeah, I
was the
think that's
name.
the one. I forget now. It's good. It was good. Good animation.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but
I think that's
animated.
the one I remember.
Yeah, but animated is always a little bit different from trying to do something like an HBO.
No, I know, but I think, or I just don't remember before, like series about video games.
No, not many.
No, that's why I'm saying I think it's cool.
Like The Witcher, but The Witcher was a book before.
So,
So that
book,
one doesn't
not a video
quite
game, yeah.
count. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's like before it's a video game. It was like some sort of novel or series or something. It gets like kind of adapted. But yeah. Now there's gonna be more. There's gonna be a lot actually.
Really? Which one?
Yeah. Well, that you know of that has been pitched. Like Sony has a bunch of stuff. Well, there was the Uncharted movie. There's been those Tomb
Oh,
Raider
there's
movies.
the Cuphead
Ah, that Cuphead
series
show
that
we
we
never
haven't
saw.
seen it.
No, no, but
No.
I think they did well.
I think I would like to see
I
it.
think I heard that it
It's
did
not I
well.
think I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know if I love the animation to be super honest with you.
I would like to see
I
it.
just don't. It's like an Animaniacs, but I think Animaniacs was a little bit better type of animation. But I because I love so much the callback to early animation that Cuphead has, that I think is like brilliant. That sort of animation is brilliant. That I also understand, like, okay, but that can't be a show nowadays. Like that would be a little too vintage for today's market. But I love that. So when I saw the animation, I was like, I don't know. I much rather watch the game. I think the
Oh,
game
because
is
the game
just a
is
better animation
yeah,
than the animated
it's like a
series.
complete. It's like an art piece.
Yeah, and it's very much animated. So it's not as if it's a video game and then you suddenly get like an animated series, like the one that I was saying about
Lol.
no, like yeah, that League of Legends one and the and the cyberpunk one, which is pretty cool.
I
Um,
haven't seen that.
yeah,
And I
that's
haven't
I
seen
started
you
watching it.
seeing it,
No, no,
to
no.
be
I watched
honest.
it when you weren't here.
Oh, that's why,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, yeah. Because I always think that maybe you're not gonna like this.
Well, I'm always up to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Like,
I
I'm
also know
open
that
to.
sometimes I mean, I'm not making decisions for you, but I kind of know when maybe some things are, they're not exactly what you would like. So
Catherine Boremski was saying, wasn't that like the first 3 minutes of Up? That was a lot.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
so risky,
That was a like best
but it's so good because
like best beginning of
you have
a
to like immediately, you're very quickly saying, this person is broken,
and the song,
and you make it,
like the music choice for that.
yeah, but you make it so that people understand that they're broken and they're like, okay, I get it.
And
Like,
then
I
you
get
can
you. I'm not going to
feel,
judge you for being
yeah, like you
broken.
can feel for the character.
Yeah, but it's very quickly.
Oh,
Very, very quickly.
beautiful.
It's amazing. Yeah.
My mom cried too.
Yeah, because they always do that. They would do that in Disney movies, but they would do it like an abbreviated version. So, like in Tarzan, when he's little, do you remember that his parents are on a tree and but the jaguar attacks
Mm-hmm.
and he kills like the parents. It kills the parents. But it's all like super suggested. Or in like Frozen, they just show like, oh, and the parents went on this boat trip and oh, they died. But it's like it's nothing. They try to not spend like they spend the least amount of time.
And also, this was, I mean, there was not a script. It was just music
Yeah, I
and
mean,
images.
well, but that's animation, so
No, no, no. Yes, but what I'm trying to say is that they were super risky,
yeah,
like by doing that, because
yeah,
they were like full 3 minutes, just a song, like a heartbreaking song, and you
yeah.
just seeing what happened, like a timeline of their love story. Oh my god. Yeah, cried a lot.
I think you're about to cry. I mean, go
No,
ahead if you want.
no, I've cried. No, I was gonna say, I was trying to think about which movies have made me cry.
Which
I think
movies
there's
haven't made you cry? I think
no,
that's
no, because
more
that's like
difficult.
taking the value of what I felt when I saw. Because
N-
I think that
Oh, I'm not like
like I
taking.
had a chest pain
Okay,
in
but
the
that's
Up thing, like the Up animation sequence,
okay. You should have gone to the hospital after that
and
then.
in the Last of Us episode.
Yeah. No, but I'm not. I'm not minimizing what it means for you to cry or to feel for stuff. But
No, I'm
you
just
do
like,
you do cry
I'm
with
terribly sensible.
with a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
which is fine. It's totally fine.
I've cried with songs. Yeah,
You cry with songs that speak about things that you were never going to go through,
of
but you're
course.
like, yeah, I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean,
Yes, he left me.
I
I'm
remember
like, who's
like a
he?
meme,
Who are you
a
crying
video
about?
meme, and it was a girl riding a bike, and
Yeah?
she was like bawling her eyes out with some headphones,
Yeah?
and it was saying like, I think it said like bawling my eyes out because of the heartbreak of this song when I'm in a super healthy relationship. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really relate to what you're listening to, but it just like breaks your heart, and that happens to me. I
You
mean,
you know that I don't know if there's other people like me cuz I'm guessing that that is more common than not. People just feeling something. But in my brain, I'm like dumb in the sense that I go like, what are you remembering?
yeah, because you were always, what are you remembering? And I'm like, I'm not remembering anything. This song is about a kid, like having a son. I've never had a son. It's just like, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
listening
but
to
it's
the
like you
story and it
broke my
breaks my
heart a
heart.
thousand times,
And I
and you're
just
like,
cry.
ah,
Yeah.
ah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Who broke you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
No,
me. I mean,
I know, but I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I never. I'm kind of like a caveman in the sense that I don't
No,
get
I don't
it.
think it has to do with.
No, but I'm really honest about this because in a movie, I can kind of get it because they introduce a character and you go through this journey with this character and you're like, "Oh my god, I feel for them. Like I see them
Yeah,
broken."
but you
But
haven't
if a song begins
cried.
like, "I've cried for you all summer." And it's like, "Ah!" And it's like, "Who have you cried for a whole
I
summer?"
mean, you know me, and you know that I cried with a song in Portuguese
I
that
know.
I wasn't even understanding what they were
I
saying.
know. What the hell?
But it just like it
Yeah.
cut my heart open.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And
I'm
then I've told this story, but then I realized that I was crying about a song that I wasn't even understanding, and I started laughing like crazy. I mean, I think that time you were a little bit scared,
I mean,
but
it hasn't stopped, but
but yeah.
yeah, I don't get it. I'm too like and but I think that's a me thing because I'm the sort of person too that in the middle of like I've said this before, like a birth scene, like somebody's having a baby in a movie. I'm the first thing I think is like, "Oh my god, this actress is like screaming her lungs out." Like like I wonder how much water they threw at her to get like
So
her
you're
all
not thinking
sweaty.
about the story they're trying to
No, I'm
tell you.
thinking
You're
about
just
how much the actress is like trying to pull this off. Like I gotta. It's like push. It's like I wonder where is she pushing? Like how is she pushing? I start thinking about those stupid things.
no, that's not me.
No, I'm very dumb that way, but I don't know.
Um, Catherine Bramsky was saying ironic that the title of this episode is Happy Painting. Yeah. Rebecca Caridad was saying my tearjerker is the movie Arrival. Have you guys seen that? No, I haven't.
Yeah, where? When?
¿Qué?
I think I've seen it.
¿Cómo así que where, when?
Like
La
I'm
pregunta
trying
es
to
que si te la has visto.
yeah, I'm trying to think what scene. That's what I'm referring. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
Okay.
where in the like what
Because
in
it
the
was like,
movie?
have you seen the movie Where, when?
No, no, no. I wasn't answering to that. I was answering to the movie.
¿Qué, mi amor?
Yeah, to
¿Qué
thinking
estás
about
diciendo?
where that particular movie
No,
just
I think I haven't seen it
didn't we
before.
watch it? I think I did. I think I showed you this because we went on a
Nope. Oh, it's with the Hawkeye.
yeah. We I think we watched this.
Nope.
Yeah, because we were on this like a bunch of these movies about like aliens and you know
No, we
space.
haven't seen
We
this.
went through a bunch of movies about space, and this is one we saw also.
No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
this.
I could watch it again. I
We
just
could watch it, yeah, because
yeah, but
we
I'm
haven't
trying to
seen
guess
this.
what like
I
what
think that the time that we were watching, though, oh, maybe we did. No, we didn't.
what this one. Yeah, I think I'm
No,
100% sure you watched
he
it.
was in a farm. Did he had a
It's
little
always a farm.
kid in the farm, and
Well,
they had
no,
to like start the car and run because there
no,
was
no,
some.
no,
Oh, so no, we haven't seen it.
no. But we watched a ton of these.
No, but we haven't seen this.
Okay, I think we did. I could show
No,
it to you again, but
I remember that in that time
yeah,
we watched the terrible movie,
which one?
the one with Natalie Portman. That was
Okay, stop it.
so bad. You said that it was the
It's
worst movie
terrible.
ever.
Yeah, it's terrible.
What was the name?
Oh, I don't know about the
In
colorful zombie monster things.
yeah, how was
It
it?
was terrible.
No, I forgot.
I was worried because I saw a ton of people loving that movie. I was
No,
like,
I
what?
thought it was so
Why are you liking
bad.
this movie? It's terrible.
Let me check the name to see. 'Cause maybe someone's like, "What? That's my favorite movie."
I don't think so. Well, there's
Um,
people with bad taste.
Nicolas. Let's see.
Nicolas.
Nicolás, por favor. Gracias.
It's got one of those names like profession. It's like a one word
What is
title
it?
thing. I forget.
So I'm trying to look. Nope, nope.
Just go Natalie Portman Netflix. I think it's the only Netflix movie that she's done.
Mm, no, déjame a mí.
Natalie. So
Ay,
beat
mi
me to
madre.
it. Natalie Portman.
Annihilation.
There you go.
No, and she's done
More?
Yeah.
How many more?
Well, no. I mean, there's movies that are now on Netflix.
No, but made by
Yeah, yeah,
Netflix,
yeah.
like produced by Netflix.
So, yeah, Annihilation. We didn't like it.
No, that's
How is
terrible.
it in? It's 6.8 in
No,
IMDb.
that's like 6 points too high, I feel.
Yeah, it was not good.
And I'm a Natalie fan, so
Yeah. Oh yeah, Fernando was saying Annihilation and Cody was saying Annihilation. So
yeah, I
yeah.
know. That's a bad
Did you
movie.
guys liked it? 'Cause we didn't. TBH. Rebecca was saying you're thinking about Interstellar, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was describing. So no, that's the one we
Yeah, I know.
watched.
That's a Nolan movie.
But no.
that's a good movie. I vouch for that movie. I actually like that movie. Even though it's like it suffers from love being that you know, that mystical thing
Hmm.
that powers like the universe. It's the same as Batman versus Superman. Love is what stopped that fight. Um, so I think love is like Deus ex machina. Sometimes, it's like okay, that's what we're doing. That's the way out. Just saying love. So yeah, I was a little. I remember watching. I was like, oh no, I don't know what I wanted it to be, like how I wanted it to unravel,
But just not that.
but not love. Yeah, not love. Come on.
No, but I think that was not that. Well,
They're in the wrong position. The eyes. Sorry.
no, no, no estoy hablando de eso de la
I
peli.
thought. Oh, okay.
Estás hablando de Interstellar, ¿no?
Yeah, I
Sí,
thought it was
no.
good. I'm a Nolan fan, so.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the movie, not the eyes. Fernando, talking about Annihilation, was saying
I annihilated
very
the eyes.
disappointing. Rebecca Caridad was saying Arrival seems like it would be a typical sci-fi. I was surprised by how moved I was by it after watching it.
I gotta watch it again. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, we should watch it.
And more so if Danny feels like she didn't watch it.
Remember that the way I cried and my mom cried with the beginning of Up. I think I've said this before, but we were watching a movie called The Bucket List.
Oh
my sister,
God.
my mom, and I.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And we were in the last, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was home. He was like, hi. And we were like, shh, wait. We're watching a movie. And it was like the sad end, like the ending of the movie.
Okay,
And
I wonder a movie called Bucket List. I wonder how it ends.
And we were just like watching it. And I started listening like, and I just turned around and my dad was like bawling her eyes out. Yeah, and I was like, Dad?
Your dad's a softie, though. I mean, he.
No,
not though.
I haven't seen him cry in a movie. And he was like, oh, that's so sad. And I was like, Dad, you don't even know the characters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dad, the villain is dying.
Yeah, you're not.
So it's okay.
like,
We're
you
actually
didn't-
rooting for him to die slowly.
Yeah, but I think that was beautiful. I love when people are not afraid to show like their sensibility.
I think nowadays that's common. I
Yeah.
just think that's I don't know. I have a harder time. Like there are things that get to me, but I have a harder time. Like with more traditional stuff, like I don't know.
So let me
I get
go.
emotional with like a national anthem in like a sport event when I see the players.
No, when you're there.
No.
I mean, when you were in the Liverpool match.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, that was one of the most beautiful days in my life. But, no. I remember watching. This is totally weird. I remember watching a World Rugby Championship, like the World Cup of Rugby, and I was watching the players from Argentina, and they were all like, kind of like hugging each other, and these people are like, 9 feet tall and like 800 pounds. And they were just, they were an emotional mess singing their anthem. I think I cried.
I think I've cried
That's
with
my up moment.
Olympic Games too. I'm just very emotional. When I see people getting emotional,
Oh,
like
yeah. Oh, that's.
feeling a lot,
Yeah.
I share that feeling with them.
I know.
Camila O'Gorman dice
Oh my
los
God.
Pumas y un corazón.
Los Pumas grandes. Los Pumas son el equipo, como le dicen al equipo de rugby de Argentina.
Fernando saying Arrival was good. Can't go wrong with Denis Villeneuve. Sí,
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve
Yeah.
o Villanueva en español.
No, he's a good director. He's a very good director.
Let's see. So, Saint Gales dice que las preguntas escritas resistan. ¿Cómo así? ¿Cómo así? No sé si había preguntas antes, pero es que estábamos hablando de...
Dani estaba compungida, por favor.
No, pues estaba hablando de todos los comentarios relacionados a la charla. Pero volvamos. A ver. Alexandre Ryder
Ale.
was saying, hello, Nico e Dani. ¿Qué tal afterlife?
Yes.
Oje.
No.
H-O-J-E. Oe.
Oye.
Oe. Oe.
No. No, I have to talk to Ali because we are.
¿Qué tal afterlife?
I think this is.
And it says quote unquote afterlife.
Yeah, I think this is us talking after the live.
Oh.
Because we have to set up the.
I thought they were going like philosophical. Like,
No,
what
no,
about
no.
afterlife?
No. We're gonna set up our
Yeah, I know the
workshop in
That's
Sao
great.
Paulo.
Yeah.
I was just telling
Sao
Ale
Paulo.
that we were it was a little difficult because Chile was sick, and it does get into your mind like a lot. It does occupy like your mind a lot, just seeing like your puppy be sick
And like needing you
yeah, so
24/7.
So no. So Ale, as soon as we're done, I'll give you a call.
Catherine Peremsky, who's saying Last of Us sounds like it's similar to Station 11. I haven't watched Last of Us yet, but Station 11 was so good.
Oh, I have
Where
no
is
idea.
it? Let me know. I'm gonna add them to my list. Station 11. 2021 drama. HBO Max. Okay, we can see it. We should see it.
I'll look into it. Yeah, you know I don't just watch anything.
But I do,
Please.
and you share things with me. So I guess if I'm asking you to please watch something, you could make the effort.
Who was suggesting this?
Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank
you. Luis del Pino.
Mm-hmm.
Dice, hola chicos, un saludo desde Canarias. Supongo que esta pregunta se repetirá en casi todos los directos, pero la haré.
No importa, Luis.
¿Usas casi siempre la paleta de color Zorn?
Pero Luis, las últimas, ¿hubo muchas pinturas?
O sea, pero si la pregunta es casi siempre, sí.
La uso bastante, yo creo que en el...
Es una de las de tus paletas más usadas.
Pero yo creo que si vemos ¿cuántos videos era que teníamos?
601 la vez pasada por los shorts y todo.
Don Luis Canario. Si vemos...
Don Luis del Pino.
Luis del
Canario.
Pino. Canario. Si vemos los videos del canal, yo no sé si sea una paleta... O sea, yo creo que sí se repite bastante.
O sea, sería la que más se usa.
De pronto, estadísticamente es la que más se usa.
Uh-huh.
Pero yo no creo que se use más por un porcentaje altísimo comparado a las otras.
Lo que pasa es que no creo que haya, o sea, es esa contra todas las otras variaciones que has hecho. Si me entiendes, no es como que esa pueda competir con otra paleta que uses. No sé si me estás entendiendo.
No, pero es que ¿sabes qué es lo curioso? Y si quieres ponte a ver, yo te lo voy a decir te lo voy a decir anecdóticamente, pero con cosas que recuerdo. Cuando yo comencé a hacer las pinturas no eran Zorn.
Uh-huh.
O sea, te puedo decir que yo creo que de los primeros 6 meses de pronto usamos esa una vez. Yo creo que en el segundo año me empecé como a embalar un poquito más con la Zorn. Pero mira todos los videos del comienzo.
Sí. Pero si me entiendes lo que te digo, como que ha habido otras paletas,
uh-huh.
Pero, o sea, digamos, la tuya que es expandida, que tiene bismuto y que tiene azul.
Esa,
por eso, pero no es como que uno diga, si cuentas las veces que has pintado con esa y las veces que has pintado con Zorn, no, es como las veces que has pintado con esa y con todas las otras variaciones compiten con el número de veces que has pintado con Zorn.
Pero es que no estoy tan seguro. O sea, así súper seguro no creo. Porque es que lo que te decía, las muchas pinturas al comienzo, muchísimas, las hice con la paleta mía normal, eso sí te lo digo, que mi paleta normal es blanco de
Blanco de
titanio,
titanio,
amarillo
amarillo
ocre,
bismuto.
rojo cadmio, rojo
¿What?
alizarín.
¿Y bismuto no?
No, ese
Ah, esa es la
nunca.
largada, sí.
Sí, ese nunca lo pongo. No, mi paleta es blanco de titanio, amarillo ocre, rojo cadmio, rojo alizarín, azul ultramar y tierra de sombra natural. Esa es mi paleta. Yo no sé, o sea, yo tuve que haber hecho un montonón de pinturas con esa paleta sin pensarlo. Y lo que pasa es que íbamos diciendo, inventémonos un ejercicio con tal cosa.
Ujú.
Tanto que cuando empezamos a hacer ejercicios con la Zorn, era como, bueno, ahora pintemos con la Zorn. No era como,
Sí, como
con
que
esta
fue
hemos
hasta
venido
un
pintando
tema de...
siempre.
Sí, sí, sí.
Era,
Sí,
era
tienes
la
razón.
paleta distinta. Entonces, Canario Luis, lo invitamos a que haga un repaso breve, breve, o no, mentiras, tan exhaustivo como quiera. Puede, si quiere, Luis, muy amablemente devolvernos las estadísticas de las paletas, si fuera tan
No,
querido.
pues lo puso a hacer tarea.
Pero uno, ¿qué más hace en Canarias, mi amor? ¿Qué más hace? Una isla tan bonita.
Bloquearte,
La
si
gente, la
dices
gente pinta
eso.
y duerme, mi amor. Es divina.
Em, dice, so Jatuki001 was saying,
Yutaki.
Hi, Nicolas and Danny. I'm doing a new painting called Death Conquers the Battlefield.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Jeff
yes.
Jeff Akoff dice,
Usually death wins in a battlefield. That's
this
probably true, yes.
Jeff Akoff
Jeff Akoff,
dice, hola amigos desde Holanda. Holanda,
siempre
Jeff.
el mundo al
¿Qué
vuelo
más, Jeff?
con Jeff Tormora.
Pero Jeff está en su
En su
casa,
tierra, sí,
¿sí?
volvió, pero,
Su
pero,
hogar,
pero Jeff Tormora
de
es,
vuelta, de vuelta a casa.
sí,
Marcelo, who's saying have to go now. Bye everyone. Bye Marcelo.
has to go samba,
Yeah, today's, yeah.
samba night, yeah,
No, Samba afternoon. Samba afternoon.
yeah,
Um,
samba.
so Jatuki001 was saying, first,
Yutaki.
for some reason, I find it hard to cry while watching a film, a movie, even my own films. There are exceptions, notably one while filming an Arctic turn.
Um,
Catherine was saying ironic. Oh no, that the painting, the video is called Happy
Yeah.
Painting. Yeah.
yeah. Would you cry at watching your own movie? I don't think I could.
No, me neither.
No, no.
Well, I cried. I cry watching things that I've recorded before.
I can see
So,
that.
for example, a couple of days ago, I was like watching because my phone is almost full. Like the memory is full.
I know.
Like I keep
What a
deleting
mess.
things, and it's like it's full. It's full. I'm not gonna work. So I have to like revisit the videos. And I saw some videos when I visited. Like the
Was
last
I'm
time
not
I
gonna work something you say or the phone
no
says?
something I said
Oh, okay.
that would be cute.
It's full. It's full. I'm not gonna work.
um, and I was watching some videos from the last time I visited my grandma
Okay.
before she passed. So of course I was like
Of course.
super emotional. But I mean that's something I recorded and I cried. But if it's like a production I did, like something I created, I think I would not. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure I would not cry.
Yeah. No, I've remember I think it tugs at my strings, like my heartstrings, when Fed or Samu will show me a video of them when they were like 3. Oh my
But you don't cry. It's
god.
like you.
No, I get like, oh my god, this is too
Why
much.
did you cry? Why did you get older? That's why you always
Yeah,
say.
yeah, they're so ugly
Why
now.
did you grow up?
Yeah, but that one kills me. Like watching them when they're younger, it's
Camille O'Gorman
ooh la la.
was saying
girlfriend.
labor in movies are always screamy.
Yeah.
And Camille was also saying blenders in movies are turned on without the lid always. You know that's the thing.
I love that those are two things that
Yeah.
Camila knows about movies.
Blenders and labors.
Oh, blenders and labor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that could be the title of a music album or something, but it sounds weird. Maybe not.
Well,
Oh, there's a huge fly or something.
really?
I think, or was that chili?
The sound?
I heard some.
It was chilly.
Oh,
She was scratching.
I mean, let's be
look.
honest. A huge fly could take chili.
Es eso.
Oh, yeah. Sounded like a huge
No,
fly.
it's the plague.
Yeah.
I think she wants to get out. Gonna open, please. Comportate.
Comportational.
Comportate.
Ahora. Rah, 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 rah.
Mm, let's see. Rebecca Caridad was saying, "Oh my God, you guys should watch it ASAP."
Which one is what?
The one that she was suggesting. I forgot.
The one that she said that it was like Last of Us?
No,
No?
that
What?
was Catherine.
Que Rebecaridad.
No, wait,
¿Qué
I
era?
can see it.
Disculpa.
Arrival.
Oh, I've seen it, but yeah. I've seen it more than once, I'm sure.
Oh, and Catherine and Rebecca. So I'm not gonna read this comment.
Rebe Charity.
Because
Was she
Rebecca
spoiling
Charity.
something?
Yeah, I was saying I don't want to spoil it, but so next comment, please. Let's see. Cody Winnicky was saying, like in Cool Runnings, when they crash the bobsled and then have to carry it to the finish, gets me every time. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
His bobsled.
El trineo ese que usan en los juegos de invierno. Ese que corren 4 personas y se montan encima.
Ah, sí, ya.
That's actually a movie based on real events, Daniel Ira.
That's actually a movie
Okay,
based
thank
on
you. Yeah.
real events, Daniel Lira.
Okay, thank you.
Rebecca Caridad was saying, Olympics always make me cry. I think all of the work those people did to get there. Oh yeah, like the emotion when someone wins.
Yeah.
It's like you cry because of joy, but then you see the one that got there second, or the one that was
No,
beaten.
second in the Olympics is fine.
No, yeah, but if it's like 1-1, if you're watching like ping pong,
Okay.
pong,
Table tennis, you could say
yeah,
table tennis, yeah.
and you see, it's like, yes, this one wins, and then you see the other one,
Yeah.
and you can see like the heartbreak.
Beauty of sports, like for
Yeah.
somebody to win, somebody has to lose.
Yeah, the yin and yang.
Okay.
Saint Gales dice, no me refiero a las respuestas que Nico escribió en el papel, que sobrevivan.
Ah.
No, esas siempre están en
el minuto
sí,
17.
en el video están. Anthony Mayo López,
Ajá.
o Lops, dice, ¿son colores quebrados los del rostro? Se ven brutales.
Normalmente yo pinto con lo que se como que se refiere a color quebrado, sí, porque yo pinto con la paleta abierta y nunca premezclo el color, entonces siempre hay como unas variaciones y unos tonitos ahí chiquitos entre cada color, entonces sí, yo pinto así.
David Rodríguez dice, holas, ¿cómo están? Hola David.
David.
Todo muy bien.
David.
Alexandre Ryder.
Ajá.
Is saying, no problem, take your time.
Gracias, obrigado, Ale.
Obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Para falar.
Ajá.
Y ya no sé cómo decir por teléfono.
Portugués.
Portugués, no.
Por teléfono.
Por teléfono.
Sí.
Portugués por teléfono.
Grazie
mille. Gav. So, Katia Belilovsky.
I barely love you.
Was saying, hi, did you guys watch the Severance? ¿Cómo es que se dice? Severance. And we also like The Bear. So we watched Severance and we liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't
Loved
know.
it.
Dice TE Bear, pero pues supongo que era The Bear. So, no, we haven't seen The Bear or TE Bear. Where is it? Because, I mean,
Forest somewhere.
Severance was good. So, if it's on that line, that quality line, then we're open for suggestions. Eh, Jatuki001 was
Mhm.
saying, Nicolas, your painting is becoming beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Guillaume
Danny, you were
Lore.
ugly AF, but you're
Yeah, but
slowly,
he's helping you out a little
slowly
bit.
becoming beautiful, Danny.
um, Guillaume Lore
Ooh la
was saying,
la.
hello everyone. Hello Guillaume. How are you?
Mm.
Mm, right before we oh Jesus Christ.
What?
No,
What
I
happened?
almost knocked so I knocked the mouse.
Okay.
Um we were watching so we were googling how to translate hello in other languages.
No, we were not
We
doing
as
that.
in I was
Oh,
out
okay.
loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing it out loud. So
Yeah. I was trying to draw very quickly this.
no, it was before. It was when you were in the computer and
Oh, yeah, I was working. Yeah. Great.
I was working too in my
Great.
language skills.
Working on your Duolingo
So
skills.
yeah, we learned a lot.
I didn't anything actually.
Mm, Saint Gales dice, la idea de la paleta Zorn
¿Sí?
puede resultar muy tramposa a primera. No solo se ven rastros de cobalto en la pintura, sino también en la paleta se distingue el azul y algún color tierra slash óxido en su autorretrato con la modelo.
No,
¿Qué?
no. Pues, o sea, no, le estoy entendiendo.
No, yo no.
Sí, es que hay un autorretrato de Zorn con la modelo atrás, la
Ah,
modelo
ya,
desnuda
ya, ya,
atrás.
ya. Uf, no, yo decía, ¿qué está? ¿Qué?
Uy,
Ya.
pero ¿quién
Ahí
está
dice,
hablando?
por cierto, Saint Gales, pero espera. Por cierto, encontráis que usar una imprimación absorbente. Ah, bueno, no, pero entonces si quieres responde eso y ya.
Sí. Saint Gales, no. O sea, es bien sabido que no. Esa pintura se hizo con esa paleta, punto. Lo que él introduce en otras pinturas y que es súper fácil identificar cuando lo introduce. Y lo curioso es que no lo introduce en las demás mezclas, es decir, no lo introduce como un color que se va a, que va a generar como un pocotonón de permutaciones con el resto de los colores, es un verde. Pero, qué pena, ahí sí difiero y creo tener la razón en esto. No, esa pintura a la que usted se refiere, esa pintura es 100% blanco, negro, el amarillo y el rojo, que debe ser como un vermellón, pero no tiene nada de otras trazas de colores, nada, 100%, 100%. Se lo aseguro, o sea, si quiere apostamos plata, pero le digo que le quito la plata sin pena. O sea, sí, si apostamos plata, me quedo con su plata sin pena, así la necesite, porque hacemos una apuesta. Pero no, así estoy de confiado en que lo que estoy diciendo es cierto. Ahora lo otro,
Creo que Chili se quiere bajar.
pues claro, quedó aturdida,
¿De qué?
pues que alguien diciendo que usó cobalto son para esa pintura. Quedó mal,
También dice,
Chile.
por cierto,
No, diga,
¿encontráis que
mire.
usar una imprimación absorbente es más adecuado para el trabajo a la prima? No puedo escoger honestamente.
No, yo conozco personas que son felices trabajando la prima en algo eh, muy poco absorbente, entonces no creo que sea como un requisito. A mí me gusta muchísimo que sea una superficie em, como que ofrezca resistencia, digamos. Pero no, no creo que sea necesario. Depende de lo que uno quiera hacer.
Se devolvió a su camita.
¿Sí?
Sí, creo que era... No, ya no. Olvídenlo. Ah, bueno, se subió al sofá, a su segunda camita.
A su observatorio.
Sí. Además, tú le abriste, entonces debe estar como en modo chisme, chisme fresco. Qué pena. A veces se me olvida que estamos
No, no, tú sigue,
transmitiendo.
tú tranquila. Tú sigue, Lindita.
Si ya saben cómo soy, ¿para qué me invitan? José María Pugelli dice, es la paleta Uribe, como la Zorn, pero mucho más desaturada para mí. Uy, la paleta Uribe. ¿Cómo le pondrías tú a tu paleta?
No, no, es que todo eso es raro.
Pues obvio, es un chiste, o sea, obviamente o sea, no es como que uno se esté tratando de comparar con
Sí, es que me
la
siento
paleta
raro.
de Zorn.
No, por eso no. Es que es raro.
Está bien.
Sí, me siento raro.
Mm, eh, a ver. Mm, Anthony Maillo López dice, hi everyone. Hola Anthony. Fernando was saying the ending of Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio
Mm.
made me teary eyed. We have to be honest, we didn't
No.
finish the movie. We
Mm,
started the movie, well, we didn't. I think we have to.
yeah, we owe it to the movie. It's I thought it was gonna be different. But no, but I mean it's a movie that's won everything and visually it's like ridiculous. So yes, we have to finish the movie.
Katia was saying, I think it's on FX. I never know where to watch anything. Also, the painting is great.
Thank you.
Oh, so we wouldn't get that.
No, well we have other ways. Let's say we have other ways.
Guillaume Lore
Oh,
was saying, by the way, about the previous talk about Hellboy's movies,
oh
did
yes.
you like the aesthetics of the Del Toro movies?
Um yeah, I mean I don't think that they quite nail still, what Hellboy is about. Chili, Ben, Chili. I don't think it nails what Hellboy is about. But I'm, I didn't even have a problem with the last movie, if I have to be super, super honest. But I think, I don't know. I think I think people get confused because of Hellboy's tone, that they think the movie has to be like a little bit campy, and that's what I feel. It looks, for me, it almost reminds me a little bit of Toxic Avenger, that sort of aesthetic, like a B movie. And I think that that's kind of off. I think that that's kind of wrong. I think it should be pulpier, maybe. Almost like the tone in, I mean, I'm not saying Snyder would be a good director for it, but maybe more of a something like Sin City, maybe, that I think is a very good. I mean, how else do you adapt like Frank Miller's like visual style? It's like super hard. Um, but I think Magnola kind of suffers from that same thing, that his style it's as powerful as Miller's. So there has to be like something has to be made in order to translate it. And I don't think just regular CG or just costumes, like a regular costume, can do that. And I don't think the best Hellboy is like that first original Hellboy that is very gorilla like. I don't think that's the best version of Hellboy. Like Hellboy doesn't. The cool thing about Hellboy is that it doesn't need to be enormous. Like it beats demons that are like 20 times his size. So it's not really about that. So I don't know. I've always said this, but Screw On Head is probably the best. I mean, it's an animated movie, but in everything,
Like the best
it's the
translation of.
best way. Yeah, even like voice acting, I think that's Paul Giamatti. So perfect. It's almost like a timepiece, but I think it's so good. I think that's perfect. If you could nail kind of that tone, I wonder. I'm trying to think what movie would be like a good. I mean, I love City of Lost Children. Like City of Lost Children is one of my favorite movies ever, so I'd probably go for that. But I think, and that's a Ron Perlman movie also. But you could tell how different it is, that Ron Perlman versus the Hellboy Perlman. Um, I think that that tone I think would be a little bit better, just like over the top, but in a good way. I don't know how else to. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's very tough. I mean, of course, I don't know. It's complicated. They tried 4 times and they haven't been able to do it. So it's obviously not an easy problem to solve. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just sad because I I do think that writing is a big part of it. So I'm super happy that Mignola is able to write this new movie. Um, and I do think that he has the ability to do that. Like he's incredible. But I wish that you know I really hope that people can see what a good movie about Hellboy looks like. What a if you hit all the notes, like what that really feels like. I think there was a director. Could you search
Mm.
for could just go like Hellboy new movie announced or
Oh
something
yeah,
and
because
they
Fernando was saying the director of the new Hellboy
oh there we go.
no sé, resume doesn't give me any confidence with
Yeah, I remember.
so new Hellboy movie.
Yeah.
Mm, ¿Cuál? ¿La del 2019?
No, no, no,
No.
no, no. It's just announced. But
Oh, The Liar?
I think they
What's
announced the who the director is going to be.
uh Brian Taylor.
And what are his other movies? I
Is
know
this
there's something that he did.
to
Did he
Brian Taylor?
do what was it?
Uh Crank? Mom and Dad? Crank High Voltage? Gamer? Is it this one?
Okay, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Happy? No, because I don't know. I mean, I saw it's like an article that says Hellboy, the Crooked Man, sí se dice así,
Mhm.
will be an R-rated folk
Mhm.
horror movie. Director director Brian Taylor also tell us they start shooting in April. So I guess it's this one.
Yeah.
But I don't see. I mean, I see the movies that I told you: Crank, Happy, Mom and Dad,
Yeah.
Crank High Voltage,
Well, maybe if it's like a horror movie ish, like if it's darker in tone. Oh, you know what would be cool? Um,
Pathology,
you know that I
Jonah.
mean, probably people don't like this, but I liked it. I actually super enjoyed it. Um, could you look at who directed the Disney that short, that movie short that is like with Gael Garcia? Marvel Gael Garcia. Just
No, I just
it's
googled
like a black and white.
Disney short Gael Garcia.
Yeah.
Makes his uh let's see. Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. I really like that. I don't know if people like that.
I haven't seen it.
It's really good. I saw it without you. Sorry. Um
A director. Let's see. So the director was Michael Giacchino.
okay.
Giacchino. Si es CCH.
That's k.
K.
Yeah.
Giacchino.
Yeah, I liked it.
Giacchino. Yeah.
So who were we having a conversation with? I'm sorry. I'm
Uh. So Fernando was saying and Guillaume. So Guillaume was the one that asked
yeah.
about
So Fernando, did
the
you
Del Toro, and
Okay.
then Fernando was the one that was saying that the new director was
Yeah.
not.
So what did you guys think of that short? Cuz I liked it. I know that, Marvel is, Disney Marvel, phase 5, 4 and 5 is heavily criticized and I can understand why. But did you like that? Because I thought it was a very weird. Again, it was sort of campy, kind of in a good way. Like I wouldn't mind a tone like that. Ridiculous, like something. But I'm trying to think what else. Like what else feels like that in terms of movies that I've seen, or shorts or something that I would think is like, oh, that's perfect for Hellboy. Um, you know who I would like trust immediately, like almost blindly. I don't know if the now version of him, but Taika Waititi.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would. I think I do. I would. You know, old school. Old school him would be very good. Like old. Yeah, I think he would be great. But I think he's like too famous now to do like a Hellboy movie. Sadly. Yeah, he would be great.
I'm sorry, I was trying to read something as
Oh,
I
I
was.
know, I know. I know when you're not paying attention.
It's
That
like.
glazed look. Yeah, I know, Dan. I know that
Well,
look. No,
that's the one I
I know.
learned from
I
you.
know.
I learned it from you.
No, I know.
That's how you look at
Every
me,
time I talk about
like
Hellboy, that's the look.
90% of the times.
That's yeah. Turn it on me. Sure, sure. ¿Qué pasa, Chili? What's happening, Chili Berta?
So Fernando was saying Dick Tracy. Mm, so Guillaume Lheureux was saying didn't see the short. We'll watch it. Can you write the name here, Danny? Yeah, I'm gonna look for it again. So Gael Garcia. Eh, is this the no Werewolf by Night?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I liked it.
So maybe you can share it with me.
I'm a bad. I'm a bad. Chili. Chili.
¿Dónde está?
I think she's in her room.
I'll be
Maybe.
back.
I'm a bad judge of how good or bad these like Marvel Disney things are, because I do think that I am sort of damaged, because when I was younger, I've spoken about this, but when I was younger, none of this was cool. None of it. I mean, you were super dorky for even liking things like that. So I'm just happy that that stuff like this exists. So I mean, I'm not saying that there's not bad movies. I've really disliked a bunch of these series, or at least I think that they're not good at all. But I'm mostly happy with most of them. For example, I remember we went to the movies for Thor: Love and Thunder, and when we got out of the movie, I was like, oh, that's not good. I was like, well, that's not a good movie. I mean, it's easy to say not a good movie, but oh, I don't know if you want. Um, but then I watched it again on Disney, and I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was actually half decent. So I don't know. I think some of those movies at the time they just feel, I don't know. It feels like there's a ton of pressure on those movies, and then when you see them with like, time has gone by, and you just go like, oh, I'll watch this again. They're not too bad. They're not really bad.
Tiene como pichitas.
Sí.
Sí, ya
Esperemos.
le he quitado hartas. Muy linda. Eh, so we Frank. Let's see.
I would watch Lantimos, Hellboy movie. He would fucking kill it. Just super dry and dark. Oh,
So
yeah, get him to do Hellboy.
Cody Winnicky was saying, I always thought Sin City was a good representation of a visual style that would fit good with Hellboy. It
Yeah.
baffles me that they always seem to tiptoe around and try to reinvent the wheel. Like maybe they think Sin City was so successful that they would be considered a knockoff if they used that style, but in my opinion, Hellboy needs that heavy comic book hand in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super easy to like the kind of noir-ish tropes are like really easy to identify in Sin City. So you can understand why it would, it's kind of easier to fall onto those things, onto that tone. But I don't know. I always feel that instead of the movie being ridiculous, because there is like a part of Hellboy that's like absurd, that it's
Oh,
that instead of just completely leaning on that tone, um it just feels like they all feel like superhero movies, which they're not. They're like not at all. So I don't know, but I have no idea. I mean, I hope that it was just like, or that it can be a script thing, so that because Mike has a hand on the script, it can actually be something that makes a difference. Who knows? But I think also people are. I could understand why people are like, okay, we're done with this. We're tired of the reimagining and reimagining and reimagining of Hellboy. But they've done the same thing with Superman. They're about to do the same thing with like all of DC. So you know, it's it it's not as if it can't work. And they've done the same thing with Spider-Man. So they did that until they hit it with Tom Holland. So
Eh, a ver. Mm, ¿Dónde estaba? Ritual Tattoo.
mm-hmm,
Ritual Tattoo.
mm-hmm.
Dice, aguante el tono de We're Wild del MCU. Creo que la estética es la del cine clase B, onda un poco Tim Burton de los ochentas,
Mm.
en bien gótico y tal.
Yeah.
Coincido, Hellboy debería estar más cerca de la estética del cómic. Le quedaría muy bien la estética de Vincent de Rin Burton o un color selectivo de Sin City resaltando el rojo de Hellboy.
Sí, arriesgadísimo. Pero sí, un Burton viejo. Uf, uf. Muy chévere. Muy, muy chévere. Sí, Burton así, arriesgado como Batman 92. Uf, monstruo.
Cody Winnicky was saying, yeah, how many times have you seen Batman or Spider-Man origin stories?
Right, right. So, so it can take it, but just the sad thing is that there's like people know who Spider-Man is, and even if they've never seen, or even if they saw like one Christopher Reeve movie, or even if they've never seen a Christopher Reeve movie, even like they know what Superman is about. They go like, "Oh yeah, that dude is like strong." And it's almost like the same thing with Spider-Man, but I do feel that if you speak with people about Hellboy, they have no idea who Hellboy is, and that's sad. Maybe that's both good and bad. That's sad that after 4 movies nobody does. Um, but um, yeah, or maybe it's a good thing that it's such a clean slate that you can still do anything with it.
Um, Guillaume, I'm sorry, Guillaume Lore
La la.
was saying, I really like all the old mythology slash legend slash archaeologic stuff in Help,
Okay.
Hellboy.
Yeah.
It's my jam.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Ritual dice, aguante el antimos colmillo.
Oof.
So I think I was jumping around just finding the comments regarding Hellboy.
Okay,
And I've
but
been just like bouncing back and
no,
forth
it's okay.
because
It's
I
okay.
do that
I
a
know it's
lot.
like a niche thing,
No, no, no,
Hellboy.
no,
So
no, no,
I
no.
don't know if
It's
a
not
lot of
because
people
of
are
that.
interested.
No, no, no. I'm not saying because of that, but because sometimes when I get in the rail of a topic, I just no se dice así.
I don't know, but keep going with it. Yeah, sure.
So if I get into a topic, I try to address all the things regarding that topic so we can
Yeah.
have a conversation around that topic.
Perfect.
So I'm sorry if I skipped
No, come
someone's
on.
questions. I'm gonna try to go back and see the questions that I never read. So Aaron Cole
Okay.
was saying, I'm going to draw at my second ever live drawing session
Oh,
tonight.
nice, dude.
Any advice?
Um, oof. Well, I don't know what the tone of the class is, or I don't know if it's short poses, long poses. I don't know. Is there anyone directing the class also? Because if they're giving you pointers, I wouldn't want to go against what your teacher or
Or is it like an open
yeah, or yeah.
drawing?
So if you have a good teacher, I would just suggest pay attention to them and just follow. If you respect them and if you look at their work and it's like okay, it's or maybe it's not exactly what you want to do, but you definitely accept that they have more experience than you and you can learn from them. Yeah, I would first say yes, respect your instructor and just try to follow what they say. Um, if it's an open studio, um, you could it's easier if you have somebody guiding you, of course, but you could kind of look at what somebody else is doing and maybe get some pointers from them because for me right now to tell you to let's say, "Hey, commit." I don't know if that would mean anything to you based on the drawing that you want to do or you don't. So um I don't know if maybe you have people there that you can look at what they're doing and go like, oh, that's super interesting. You can just maybe stand behind them for like a second, or you can ask them like, oh, would you mind if I just watch you draw for like a little bit? Usually, people are not weirded out by that. There's people that do. There's people that don't like people like standing behind them. Um, but I would try it.
So Aaron was saying it's self-directed and different length poses over 3 hours.
Okay, are the people nice? Are the people that are attending, approachable, or are they like headphones? Don't talk to me.
I like
Um,
the advice you were giving, and but in my case, to be honest, I think that when I started drawing from life,
yeah,
I was trying to look a lot what people were doing, so I would end up not doing anything.
yeah,
So I think that in my case, it helped me to just focus in on what I was doing,
yeah,
because then I would have like a lot of things going on, because maybe like a lot of things going on in my head, because
yeah,
maybe the person that was painting right next to me was amazing,
yeah. Well,
and
that's a
then I
good
was like,
thing.
oh,
That's a good thing,
no, 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 I know, but sometimes that just like stops you from
right?
like just putting
Yeah, but
the pencil there and
I
doing something.
I would agree with you, but it's his second class.
No, yeah, I get it. That's why I was saying I think it's a great advice, but I was saying that in my case,
Yeah,
it helped me, because then I was just like overthinking every like line I was doing.
yeah. So let me ask this.
So have you drawn before? Because I think
Exactly.
that's important.
Who,
Yeah,
what's their name? I'm sorry.
Aaron.
Aaron, are you comfortable with drawing? Like, have you drawn from imagination or photographs or like if it was just about drawing a model or maybe did you draw like some of these models that would pose virtually? Because a lot of models now post pandemic they pose they do sessions like virtual sessions. So have you done that? Because if you've done those, then it's not like a super hard thing to transition to. Just going from that, for example, to drawing from life, I would say. Have you done that, or are we just like, no, I'm new to drawing and I'm new to life
Oh
drawing?
yeah, because in that case it would be like super important to look at someone else.
Yeah, just to give yourself a little bit of structure. Like, where do you
Mm-hmm.
start? Like, how? Okay, oh, or yeah, how new are you to drawing? I'm very curious about this.
So I've been drawing for about 3 years, mostly
Okay,
from photographs.
okay,
Was Aaron saying?
okay. So so you
Was
can.
saying Aaron was saying.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you, Daniel. Okay, so are you comfortable with your drawing? I'm not gonna wait till you answer that, but I do want to know. Um, but okay, I can suppose then that you feel okay, somewhat okay with like saying, okay, given time, I could probably make this look like a, like a nice drawing, or I could hit the pose, let's say. Um, if that's the case, um, I don't know. I would do very basic things. So basic things means that you identify, like for example, the urgency in which you draw. So what does that mean? It means that you know how to approach a drawing in 2 minutes, which should be very different from a drawing that you do in 5 minutes, which is very different from a drawing that you do in 10, which is very different from a drawing that you would do in half an hour, for example. So that I would say that when drawing from life, that is super important. That you begin to identify time. Like, what can I do with the time that I have? So people that are really intelligent when drawing from life, they know exactly the pace that they should have and the things that they can access, based on the time that you're drawing. So, for example, if you guys start with, let's say you start with 5 minute poses and then move down to 2 minute poses and then move up again to five to tens and then half an hour pose, or two half an hour poses at the end or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the structure is with the workshop that you're going, or
Sessions,
the
yeah.
studio session. Um, so I would try and say, okay, what can I do when I have 2 minutes? And what is the type of drawing that I can do when I have 2 minutes? And begin to get used to that. Like, what does it mean for you, in your case, to do gestural drawings? What does it mean when you can do a more structured drawing? And what does it mean for you when you can model a drawing? Like when you can start to describe form in a drawing. I would have those kind of three beats very differentiated in my head, and I would try to go for those things when I'm drawing. It's not going to be easy, by the way. This is, I'm speaking about this like it's a super simple thing to solve when it isn't. It really isn't. So, but yeah, but just practice on understanding. Okay, in 3 minutes I can't do this, but I can do these other things. In 5 minutes I can do this, if I push myself, but I can't do these other things. And when I have half an hour, okay, I can take my time and do this. So I would say that those are the most important things, because if the question is so open in the sense that, okay, what should I pay attention to? I think there's too much going on in like a life drawing session for me to tell you, okay, pay attention to this. Like, oh, just pay attention to your proportions. It's like, no, you don't have to. Like, if you're doing a gestural drawing, sometimes you sacrifice proportion to push gesture. So, that wouldn't be true for every drawing that you would do in that session. So, no, I think right now one of the coolest things that you can learn is how your drawing is able to access different things based on different times.
¿Puedes mirar abajo?
Yes, she's right here.
Ah, pensé que estaba mordiendo el enchufe.
No, I think she was biting something, but
Okay.
not for a long time.
Saint Gales was saying, a good tip I was told is that a good way to start on longer drawings is to start as if you had only 1 minute and then
Okay.
start tweaking the structure from there. Cody was saying, that's interesting that you say that, Nicolas.
Yeah.
Not that one is right or wrong, but I approach live drawing completely different.
Oh,
At
please
least
do.
to start, I always start as if I only have 5 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. So there we go. So I don't teach anymore life drawing, but Cody teaches life drawing quite a bit. So we can ask Cody for any tips if you have
Tips and tricks.
Yeah, if you have any tips for all of us, Cody, that would be welcomed. And I think Cody teaches life drawing, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yes. Yes, I would say yes.
I think I've heard him say life drawing and life painting.
Aaron Gold was saying, I feel comfortable in certain areas. I've worked mostly on portraiture
Yeah.
and never timed. The full figure is somewhat new to me. I've been pairing gestural study with anatomical study for the last year.
Okay,
The
good.
timed element is the most foreign, ¿Cómo se dice?
Foreign,
Foreign?
yeah.
¿Cómo?
Foreign.
Foreign
Yeah.
and difficult part for me.
Yeah, it
Well, the
is.
foreign was the difficult part for me.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, that to me is life drawing. I mean, there is obviously, you know, you trying to react to who the model is, and that's a very beautiful and difficult thing. Um, to try to be faithful to the nature of the person that is posing for you, that is working with you. Um, yeah, that's awesome when you can say, oh, like, I don't know, let's call the model Eric. Oh, Eric is showing up, and I love Eric because he does this amazing thing with his back. And I'm going to try to get that thing with his back because now I know him, and I know that, that gesture that he does, it's almost like nobody else that I draw can do that. So I know that if I can do that, it is Eric. Like my drawing is going to be 1,000% Eric. So you tend to look out for those things, as time goes by and as you know your models, and it's super super interesting because I always thought that life models are not just, we shouldn't just see them as like, okay, here's an anatomy, like here's a moving anatomy,
Hmm.
and that's all I'm going to draw because what I want is to draw, hips, and I want to spot the spine, and I want to see contrapposto. No, to me, it's like, no, you're drawing a human being.
Yeah,
Like
they have their own gesture, their
everything,
own
like every
personality. Yeah,
body
exactly.
expresses differently. So I love that about that. Like, if you ask me what's the most beautiful thing about drawing from life, it's that. It's that you get this very real encounter with a human being where, yes, the mechanics of her body are shared, but it's always so surprising to see how their body works in ways that are just very very different from other models. So I love the specificity of that. I would certainly care about those things and not just see them as okay, there's this still life that speaks about muscle and structure in front of me. Great, let's go for those things. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, by the way, but um yeah, but I think time is one of the things that's most beautiful. Like knowing how to approach a drawing, because a lot of people, if given enough time, like, there's artists for everything, but usually people are like, oh no, I'm usually good if you give me like 2 hours or to do a drawing, and but if they have to do like a 10-minute drawing, it's like they've never drawn before. So I think that the recognition of what you can do under like certain time restraints is actually like the most beautiful thing that you can do in a drawing. It's quite nice to say this is how I respond when I have very little time versus this is how I can respond when I know that I can stay here for a long time. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Cody has some other wise words of advice, or anyone else that wants to chime in, to be
Also,
honest.
also,
Also,
also, Rebecca Caridad was saying, Cody, where do you teach? Ali Mousavi was saying, hi, how can I get better at drawing?
by drawing a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
mean, it sounds
drawing.
terrible when you
Yeah.
hear that and you want just like that magic recipe, but
Yeah.
there's
No.
not. I mean, it's
No.
like draw, draw, and draw,
You know what?
and
But
draw
you
a
know
little
what's super
more.
interesting? You get better at drawing people if you draw the
Cars and
cars or
trees
trees
and.
or like the little papers that you throw on your trash bin. You get better at drawing not because you're drawing the thing that you're investigating. Obviously, if you settle down and want to observe, um, you know and you dedicate a long time to observing a very specific subject matter, it's going to become more familiar to you. But you're not going to get better at drawing. You're just going to get more familiar with your subject
Mhm.
matter. But you get better at drawing just by drawing. So just have a pad with you, like a sketch pad with you, and draw. It could be a little pad, it could be a big pad. Well, I would suggest if you're drawing too small, also draw big, also draw medium size, and draw, and if you can draw like something life size, that's good. Like never get your hand super used to like
A
one,
format, yeah.
yeah, like one dimension, like one proportion. Just teach your teach your hand that it can draw with like fingers, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, your whole body. So always change it up so that you're super uncomfortable. And I would say just draw.
Yeah.
Draw anywhere. Like draw in the subway, draw in the bus,
Or if
draw
you're
at
at
lunch.
your house and you can only, or if maybe you're not comfortable right now drawing outside,
Yeah.
which I would say try to push yourself and do it because that would also help a lot. But if you can only draw in your house, just like set an appointment every single day to draw. It's like, oh, I don't have time. I just have 30 minutes. Then do 30-minute
Oh,
drawings.
drawings. Yeah,
10 minutes, 5
you could
minutes.
draw a ton in half an hour.
Exactly. So, and Ali was saying, I'm bad. So they were saying, okay, thank you. I'm bad at proportions.
Then maybe you have to take a little bit of time. Like proportions is one of those things that you may have to use some of those drawing sessions to check your proportions. And checking your proportions means usually like slowing down. It usually does involve you saying, okay, this is what I did with my drawing. Now let me stop and let me check. And checking it's not hard to be honest. Like I don't do it because it bores me a little bit. It's not that I'm above it. It's just that it's boring to me. But I do check my drawing in other ways. So it's not as if I don't believe in checking my drawing, and I usually check my drawing when I feel super super lost. So it's not as if it's something that I don't do. It's just that I don't like to like measure. And I had to measure when I was in school, and I never liked it. It was a little too cold for me, and I really liked the classes where I could react more in the drawing and not
Mm-hmm.
so much just measure first and then try to draw, or
Yeah.
draw something and then check.
And even if you don't measure, I think you check all the time because when we see that you are making, for example, an underdrawing,
Yeah.
I can see that you just go super quickly for where you want the figure to be in, and then you start like really like drawing in it, just not shapes, but like refining a little bit more the drawing,
Yeah.
and you would adjust that figure that you did at the beginning because sometimes when you're afraid of changing the drawing you have, because when you're like super precious and you just draw something and you're afraid of changing it, that's when you start having problems with proportions. I
Right.
think that, like, if you go into a lot of detail in the eye, and it's like I've been there for half an hour and then I'm gonna move to the other eye, but now I realize the one that I've been working on is just like 2 meters apart from the other eye.
Okay, that's a big distance,
Of
but
course, I'm exaggerating,
no,
but
no, no. But
I
you're
think you
right. I
get.
had to do that with you today.
I think you get what I'm trying to
I
say. I
was
mean,
caught up
if
in
you
like just doing the eyes, and they were in the wrong place. They were too
exactly,
high.
you I think you can't get super enamored by
The model.
where you.
Mm-mm.
Well, you can. Only you can. Where was I? That was super
I don't
cheesy. I'm
know, my
sorry.
angel.
If you get super enamored by the details or that like that place that you're drawing or painting or whatever, you like forget about all the things that are happening around, which are the ones that are gonna make that thing work. So it's not like the eye is gonna work alone. If then the other one's like 2 meters apart and then the nose is like super out of the way. Or maybe, I mean, maybe that's the way you want to draw and then you just like own it and you have like super weird proportions and it's cool because it's a decision. But if you're trying to get better at proportions, like what you were saying, just like keep checking, even if that translates in measuring all the time,
Yeah.
or if that means readjusting your drawing from what you see, but always like keep comparing and comparing.
Yeah. The good thing about measuring is that it's not hard. Like it is, there is an objective way of measuring,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll throw you like an objective answer.
Yeah.
Usually when you get different answers, like I would do that in class, and sometimes people would give me like, I would be like, okay, we're going to measure the human body, like the body, and we're going to speak about proportion, like canons of proportion. And I would be like, okay, let's take the head as our, as our canon for measurement, our unit for measurement, from the top of the head to the bottom of your chin. Like that's going to be our unit for measuring. Like, where is the second head in the body? And you would expect people to always say the same thing, and people in my classroom would be like, to the navel or to like the hips, and I would be like, come on, no, no. And maybe it has to do more like those moments where people are like way off. It has to do more with them not understanding how to measure. But once you understand how to measure, which is very simple, it should be the most objective thing that you could do, because it's just a distance and an angle, and that's it. So yeah, I would just suggest drawing, like a lot of drawing, copy things, study things. There's no wrong way to draw, if I have to be super super honest. If you're just like sketching and sketching and sketching and drawing,
Yeah, and
you are
everything
good.
adds to the knowledge too.
Yeah.
It's not like one thing helps you get better at drawing, but the other one does not.
No,
I
no.
mean, copying drawings, drawing
Yeah.
like in the bus, as
Yeah,
you were
change it
saying,
up.
or
Change
yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Draw things that stay still. Draw things that are moving. So if you go to a cafe and people are moving constantly, try to draw there also, which is super exciting to do one of those drawings. I remember a class where we were looking down at the street, one of our John Ruggieri classes, and we were at Barnes and Noble looking down at Union Square, and and there was like a storm. Well, not a storm, but it was raining and it was super windy. And I remember everyone was like with their umbrellas, like angled umbrellas so they don't fly off. And John was like, draw wind, draw a windy storm. Show me that you understand what you're looking at and draw a windy storm. So all of us were like desperately trying to understand what makes a windy storm. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is that thing that is saying windy storm? And it was so exciting because I remember somebody just was perfect because he drew everyone slanted, every single person that he would draw, and we were looking down at people, so there was like a weird perspective thing that you would have to understand also. But he eventually slanted everyone and slanted the umbrellas.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it was genius. It was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's perfect. And it's a very simple thing. Like right now that I say it, it's like, sure, why didn't you see that? And it's like, oh no, this is tough to like try to figure
Oh
out
yeah, because
while
in
you're
that
drawing.
moment you can't think about a way to talk about like pouring rain and como se dice tormenta? I forgot.
Storm,
The
storm.
storm happening.
You're right,
But
right.
then someone like just does something super simple but perfect
Yeah.
that you're like,
It
it's
was
like
amazing.
spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I struggled with that drawing that day, but I remember somebody, I mean, it was probably my friend Dan was really good at that exercise, but because there were people that were very, very good at doing those sort of things. But I remember just watching a drawing, and obviously John's drawings. John Ruggieri was just a genius, so is a genius. But yeah, so I don't know. There's again, there's tons of approaches to drawing, but the most important thing is like consistency. Just draw a lot, a hell of a lot.
Mm,
I was gonna do the sort of pattern inside the window pane,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think I'm gonna do it because it's too busy. If I do it, even if I do it at the right value, it's gonna
Maybe
be a
it's too
little too
much
busy. Yeah,
information. Yeah.
I think it would be too busy, and I think I even like it as is. I think I'm gonna no, because sharp there. I was gonna do sharp here, but I think if I do sharp, there's a sharpness to that.
Like the structure of the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that I think I like that it's kind of abstract. I
Mm-hmm.
really like that it's kind of abstract. And there were like these wooden sort of chili. No, she's yeah, no, she's grabbing the plastic. So I don't think she eats it, but she
No,
just
she
likes to
plays
play
with
with
it.
it. So I don't think I'm gonna go for I don't think I'm gonna go for the draw for the sort of drawn marks up there. I think it would be. mm, I think they would compete too much with what is going on here, and obviously I want the attention here. So yeah, and so oh yeah, so I had all of these also that were about perspective, and I don't think I like them either.
Mm-hmm.
I just like this very kind of abstract sense of space. I think it's quite cool actually.
Ali Mousavi was saying, thanks a lot. I really enjoy your streams.
Thank you.
Saint Gales was saying, checking your drawing is important. If Sargent did it, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh no,
And
yeah, but like I mean, there are checking your drawing is. I'm referring to checking your drawing like, okay, let me see if my proportions are right. Let me see if like this angle meets with this or this is this. Yeah, but Chile didn't check his
yeah.
drawings. Like,
No,
there's so many ways to
yeah.
draw. Drawing doesn't mean like Sargent is. I'm gonna say this. Sargent is one of the best painters, one of the best draftspeople ever in painting history. So yes, you can 100% just say okay, if he didn't feel he was good enough to not check his drawings, then we should all check our drawings. No, that's 100% true. But all I'm saying is like there's ways to understand how to let's say move,
Mm-hmm.
inside your drawing, because a lot of people draw freehand and it's amazing. Like Kim Jung-gi drew freehand. He never like checked proportion with anything. He just started drawing freehand. So the thing is, when you draw freehand, you're teaching your hand to, while it's drawing, to be conscious of the distance and the angle.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say when I was trying to describe the way you check, like your drawing. Because I do feel that you always check it. It's just a different way of checking it.
Right.
You don't always have to like measure with a stick, like to have all the measurements and go back to the drawing. You can check while you're doing it.
Right. And the degree in which I mean I'm pretty sure that if Chile were to have checked all his proportion and then adjusted his drawings for proportion, they would have been like nothing like what we see now, and would eventually became a drawing that changed like the history of drawing.
Hmm.
Because Chile did change the history of drawing. Nobody had ever, up until that point, understood drawing as an art form in itself, at least in the West. And nobody had dedicated so much time and so much effort to trying to like develop drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing was always like it was either tied to like printmaking, which was something that was completely different, or it was just a way to get to painting.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a stage, like a station, in the journey towards a painting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but no, Chile is like, how could you explain Chile, measuring things or proportioning things? No, it doesn't make sense, right? So there is a value to a drawing that is aware of sacrifices that it's doing in order to achieve, something else, to express something else. So no, beautiful things can happen when people let go of that, degree of control. That is the whole of art history.
Yeah.
Just people letting go and exploring things in ways that, that things weren't done. So no, I totally understand what you're saying about Sargent, but it's very it's different. It's it it doesn't mean that Sargent dictates because he's so good, he's able to dictate the path that everyone should follow. Like artists' paths are all so different. They're
Hmm.
all so different. And even like the paths of geniuses can differ so much between like each other. That's why artists hated, other artists. They really disliked other artists, and with the ability to look at them, after a long time has passed by, you're able to say, okay, I can contextualize you a little bit better, and I can see what is important about you and what is important about you. But at the time when they were contemporaries, they would just like they wanted to kill each other because they thought they were, each one thought the other one was a hack. So I don't know. That probably answers a lot of what you feel is precious about, image making and drawing. But that doesn't mean that's true for every single person that will pick up a pencil or will make a reflection about drawing.
So Saint Gilles was saying, I know. It's just that in my experience, there are teachers that shame people who use measuring tools or check proportions.
Oh no, you should never shame anyone. Like
Yeah,
I
for doing it or for not
no,
doing it. Because I
no,
think
no.
that happens like in both ways, which is,
No, no, no. Like me, that is a person that's very reactive. Even in my class, we had probably like 2 3 weeks where we made reflections on canons of proportions, because that's to me is super important. Understanding that drawing is relational, like that all you're doing is making a second decision based on the first decision that you put down. So this decision against a substrate or a space will give me enough information to put a second decision down.
yes.
And now my space with that first decision and that second decision will instruct my third decision.
Mm-hmm.
That is drawing. That's 100% drawing. And that has to do with proportion and angles and just relating everything. So no, I think it's absurd to just say, hey, this is wrong. I often say this about how I was taught. I had very different teachers teaching very different classes of drawing, and each of them expected you to be to like answer to what they were teaching. They didn't want you to like just say, "Oh, I draw this way, so I'm sorry." No. They were like, "No, if you come to my class, you draw this particular way." And I think that even though that by itself may be limiting, if you have six different teachers, you quickly realize, and you go to six different classes, you very quickly realize that you yourself can become six different draftspersons. So um so if you see yourself as being able to adapt to everything that one of your like each of your teachers is saying, then you realize, okay, drawing is bigger than any of what all these teachers are saying. It's not what they say. It's not what this one says or what this one says or what this one says. It's all of it at the same time. And then
Yeah.
you realize all they're fighting about is just an approach, and that's about it. But you are very capable of drawing in 100 different ways if you wanted to. It's super. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy, but if in your mind you understand what the drawing is asking of you, you can do it. You can totally do it. So,
Yeah. Hector Acuña.
Hector,
Hector, how's your finger? We want to know. So Hector was saying, drawing with straight lines and geometric shapes helped me a lot in life drawing classes.
that was the
Approach?
the approach that I like the most. The other day I saw as Broco, like he was suggesting how people should approach to have like drawing so that they could have more like a more organic way of drawing. And he did like a little video where he was like, if you want to get rid of like that super hesitant line, that kind of furry little line that you just
Línea peluda,
yeah. If you want to get rid of that line, like he was like, don't do this, do this. And in the don't do this, he had like a super committed, very geometric, very strong line. And I was like, that's the way I was taught. And I
Yeah.
loved that one. I
Oh,
loved that type of drawing. Like, super committed, super, super strong.
yeah.
Like if you see a break of an angle, like say it.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that you couldn't draw softly, but it
No,
was
it's
just
just
about like I
to
used to
acknowledge that it's
I
there.
used to
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
way. I used to love that way to
I
draw
like that
because
too a
it
lot.
usually emphasizes structure far more than a drawing that's let's say curvier. Like you can get structure every like any other way. Like it doesn't matter, but it just acknowledges it a little bit more, and that's what I needed to hear at that moment. And I remember my teacher Sam Martin was just like committed, or like Jack Potter. They were just like fully committed to like strong angular strokes, and I loved that drawing. So it was funny when he was. I remember that the first time I saw the short that Proco did, where he was like, if you want to get rid of this, and then he started to do angular, and in my brain I was like, yeah, do that, and then he goes like, don't do this, do this, and I was like, no, what? I had it wrong. So I don't know. It just shows
Again,
that
it's just different
it's an
approaches always.
approach,
Yeah.
and it's an approach. And people could tell you, oh, you should definitely go to this class because she teaches amazing. And 20 people are like, oh my God, she's the most amazing drawing teacher. And you go there and yeah, you realize, oh yeah, she draws like fucking incredible. But then you start to draw and you're like, yeah, this is not me. And suddenly
Yeah.
you get another
It's not a
teacher.
fit for you.
Yeah, and you get another teacher, and maybe they're not as good as draftspeople as you know the person that was teaching the other class. And you go like, you know what? This makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Like my brain can make more sense of this than of that other class.
Um. So Hector was saying, thumb is looking good. That's great. A
Awesome.
thumbs up for that thumb.
Oh, that is
Hector.
so terrible, Danny.
Um.
I sent him also like the emoji when he.
Oh, Hector was sending a thumbs up.
Oh, that's
So,
good. That's
yeah.
good.
Let's see. So Cody was
Yes.
saying, I do. So Cody was saying, I do teach it, but I would never presume to say my way is the way in all caps.
Hmm.
That being said, I find beginners often get caught up in details too soon,
Yes.
and then they end up like drawing and redrawing an eye
Chili.
for 20 minutes.
Right.
I often compare drawing to carving out of stone. So I get an armature down in the first 60 seconds
Ooh.
and then spend a few minutes getting basic shapes, the stone, and then can spend time focusing on measuring and refining those shapes as much as you want. So as an example, in a 20-minute pose, you have a really rough shape in the first few minutes and then you have 15 minutes to edit.
Nice.
Saint Gales was saying the sculpture's metaphor works really well to explain the idea of a general to specific. Saint Gales was also saying,
I wonder what she's doing.
no, playing. I mean, I think. Okay, I think I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, we gotta check. She's playing with something. No, harmless? Okay. Okay, yeah, maybe. A ghost. Mm-hmm.
Entonces, pues que se entretenga. A ver.
You were reading something, I thought, Danny.
Yes, but I forgot. So
Okay.
let me check where I was. Saint Gales es el que estaba leyendo. Dice, Nico y Dani, os pasé fotos del detalle del autorretrato de Zorn donde se ve el cobalto y el óxido.
No, no empecemos.
Y
No
dice, si
empecemos.
preferéis hacer... Chili. Si preferéis hacer zoom vosotros mismos en la imagen, en Wikicommons hay un archivo TIFF de muy alta resolución de ese cuadro.
No, yo sé, pero no, o sea, más allá de que no, o sea, lo digo como con toda honestidad, que no es que no valga la pena, sino que es que no gana nada tampoco un artista de, o sea, digamos que eso pudiera ser cierto. O sea, ¿qué gana Zorn con pintarse entonces con la paleta con la que está pintando? O sea, ¿qué ganaría él con la paleta con la que está pintando? Sería como una burla al observador así súper tonta, ¿no? Como una represumido de que puede hacer algo con una herramienta con la que no es posible hacerlo. Pero aparte que yo diría que lo que está haciendo es muy posible hacerlo, o sea, muy, muy posible hacerlo. Hay personas que yo he visto que trabajan con Zorn que hacen copias absurdas. O sea, yo le saco poquitico a esta paleta. Yo siempre lo he dicho, hay una pintora, Mia Bergeron, que ha hecho unas clases de Zorn, que hace unas copias o trabaja el natural con esa paleta y uno se queda loco de lo que le saca a la paleta. Porque ella es una colorista impresionante. Pero entonces, yo no es que quiera decir que no, que pues porque un artista lo dice, entonces es cierto, o porque se pinta con una paleta, pues no, o sea, podría ser como, esta no es una pipa, ¿no? O sea, no tiene por qué decir la verdad. Lo que pasa es que no hay nada en esa pintura. Así como de pronto para usted, y yo le diría, no juzgue una pintura por una reproducción, que eso es como una manera, yo sé, o sea, nosotros le creemos a las fotos de las cosas o a un archivo digital. Le pediría que mirara una pintura. Yo he visto muchísimas pinturas de Zorn en la vida, soy muy agradecido, y he visto pinturas que digamos que son las que uno categorizaría como las pinturas que hizo con la paleta restringida. Nada, no hay nada de lo que he visto que me diga que tenía la necesidad de usar un azul. Es que usar un azul es como absurdo. O sea, por ejemplo, la gente en el barroco usaba esmalte o usaba azurita o lapislázuli para cosas muy particulares, pero por ejemplo, nunca usaban esos pigmentos para representar pieles o representar nada. Lo usaban era para el manto de la Virgen o un cielo y ya. O sea, no eran colores que se usaban. O sea, un pintor nunca hubiera entendido que porque tenía acceso al azul, entonces lo iba a usar para pintar, digamos, pieles de figuras, para pintar la carne humana, o como le quiera decir a uno, no importa. Pero esa manera de pintar es súper, súper nueva, o sea, en lo que entendemos como pintura, historia de pintura occidental, o sea, en el Renacimiento, Alto Renacimiento, manierismo, en el Barroco, en el Romanticismo, en el Rococó, en el Neoclasicismo, nunca usaban como esos colores para tratar de interpretar pieles, porque, o sea, no eran las herramientas que estaban siendo em, eh, como adaptadas de las escuelas anteriores. O sea, esa no era la herencia con la que trabajaban. Entonces, ellos siempre trabajaban, los pintores siempre trabajaban con los descubrimientos de los pintores anteriores. Entonces, solo hasta muy tarde fue que la gente empezó a decir, no, podemos usar mil colores para pintar distintos como o distintos efectos de luz sobre la piel humana. Pero antes de eso no, o sea, uno no ve, Delacroix no tenía por qué pintar con azul en la piel, o Géricault no tenía por qué pintar el azul en la piel, Goya no tenía por qué hacer eso tampoco. Entonces había muchísima pintura que estaba, digamos que estaba marcando lo que iba a ser la tradición de cómo enfrentarse al tratamiento de una figura, y esa es la que todos ellos heredan. Obviamente, en esa época, finales del siglo XIX, comienzos del XX, pues ya se ha abierto mucho más la pintura. Pero esa decisión de Zorn de limitarse es una decisión súper como evidente. Es que yo digo, mire, ¿sabe qué es lo mejor que puede pasar? O la lección más grande que puede hacer Zorn con el haber decidido utilizar esa paleta, que hoy en día uno, o pues digamos en este caso usted, esté viendo esa pintura y diga, no, no lo creo posible, es que no es posible. Y eso es lo más bonito, que es que sí es posible. O sea, bajo la dirección de una persona que es, o sea, Zorn es uno de los pintores más hábiles de toda la historia de la pintura. O sea, ver unas pinturas de Zorn, por ejemplo, ver las acuarelas gouache de Zorn. Yo vi toda una exposición en Nueva York de todas las acuarelas. Mire, es como ver a uno de los virtuosos más grandes de la historia de la pintura. Entonces, cuando uno se da cuenta que uno está ante un virtuoso absoluto, pues claro, uno puede decir, no, las pelotas, o sea, eso no lo hizo con blanco y negro, o sea, no, obvio no. Y la verdad es que sí, obvio sí. Lo que pasa es que uno pues es un pintor muy limitado cuando uno se compara con quien fue Zorn. Uno es un pintor, uno es como la décima parte de lo que fue Zorn. Entonces, pues a uno el cerebro de pintor que uno tiene es así de chiquito, y yo me pongo al lado de usted y somos igualiticos en eso. Nosotros comparados a él somos esto, chiquiticos. Y para nosotros es súper difícil aceptar que una persona pueda ser tan hábil, pero es que hay personas así de hábiles y son, por eso es que digo es que Zorn no necesita mentir o no necesita como decir, ah, no, los engañé y había cobalto. Además, cobalto, no, yo creo que es como muy exagerado decir que hay cobalto en esas pinturas. Créame que de esto a esto hay un universo, o sea, de lo que yo puedo hacer con este color a lo que puedo hacer con cobalto es una locura. Es una absoluta locura la diferencia tan abismal que habría entre el matiz que puedo hacer con las mezclas que puedo hacer con ese matiz y las que puedo hacer con negro. Entonces, no sé, para que, vea, yo no necesito pruebas más allá de lo que veo, porque es que yo he visto en pinturas de Rembrandt grises que parecen azules, que en mi vida hubiera dicho, eso tiene que ser un azul, pero es que era obvio, él no usaba azul en las pinturas, él no usaba azul en la paleta, eso es súper bien sabido y con Rembrandt sí hay como 1000 estudios que se hacen de lo que él hacía en la paleta. Y hay momenticos en la cara donde pone brochazos que uno dice, jue madre, eso es azul, es que es absurdo. Pero no, es porque era Rembrandt. O sea, no es porque es que usar azul, es porque es el mejor pintor de todos los tiempos. Entonces, eh, no hay necesidad. O sea, yo he visto una cantidad de pinturas que ningún pintor tenía la necesidad de usar ese color porque es que decían, no, 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 es que yo con menos puedo hacer más, tranquilo, no pasa nada. O sea, mi pintura nunca se va a ver limitada por haber usado menos. Nunca. Ese es el origen de toda nuestra pintura. Con pintores que no tenían nada, tenían tierras y por ahí unos colores, otros pocos de matices, pero no tenían nada. Entonces, lo genial de la pintura es lo que lograron, o sea, lo que es como nuestros ancestros de pintura y lo que nos dejaron fue que ellos no tenían nada e hicieron una locura de pintura. O sea, una locura. Es que cuando uno compara lo que se hizo en el barroco o en el romanticismo, y pues bueno, la diferencia es en términos de los matices a los que tenían acceso, es enorme cuando uno le pone un, no sé, qué sé yo, un Sorolla al lado y entonces uno ve los colores que había, o sea, los 20 colores que Sorolla tenía que nunca tuvo un pintor 2 siglos antes. Pero pero cuando uno ve cada pintura, o sea, no comparándola, no mirando a ver cuál el que gana, no pensando que es que el que gana es el que tiene colores más puros o colores más variados o matices como más saturados, qué sé yo, sino cuando uno mira cada pintura por lo que ofrece cada pintura, o sea, uno no tiene un gramo como mm, de añoranza por más. O sea, yo no veo un Rembrandt y digo, ah, es que si le hubiera echado azul a esto sería una locura. O si le hubiera puesto como un verde a esto sería, uff. Si tuviera más verde sería una locura. Es como, no, uno ve un Rembrandt y es un Rembrandt. Y ya. O sea, punto. Uno ve un Caravaggio y es un Caravaggio y punto. Uno ve un Van Dyke y es un Van Dyke. Los fríos en Van Dyke, los como grises azules que podía sacar Van Dyke, una locura. Es una absoluta locura, pero de nuevo, es que estamos hablando como de Rembrandt, de Rubens, Van Dyck, o sea, unos monstruos. Es que créame que uno cuando pinta, uno se da cuenta que uno, pucha, uno sabe esto y uno cuando ve pinturas como absurdas, uno dice, no, no sé nada. O sea, yo he estado contando, pero yo le decía a Dani que cuando vimos esa pintura de Pradilla del el bautizo del
Uy, sí,
príncipe,
sí.
que lo pasea por las calles como, y es como, él no logra pintar sol como lo hubiera pintado, digamos, Sorolla, por ejemplo.
Uy, pero es
Pero,
una
pero no importa, o
barbaridad.
sea, la pintura
Además,
es de
los
las más
momentos de
complejas.
sol extremo
Sí,
contra sombra,
sí. No, es
como
una
en el
locura.
mismo retrato.
Ah, es una locura, es una
Sí,
locura. O
es.
sea, uno ve esa pintura de Pradilla que yo nunca la había visto. Yo había visto, yo había conocido las cosas de Pradilla conocidas, pues.
Sí, como Juana la
Sí,
Loca y
sí, e incluso yo había ido alguna vez donde estaban mostrando otras cositas de Pradilla y es un monstruo. Pradilla es
pues
un, es
de
un puto
Juana la Loca
monstruo.
es una barbaridad.
Sí, sí. Y, y viendo ese cuadro, el del príncipe, no, o sea, uno dice, no, yo no sé nada. Yo no sé nada, no sé nada, nada de pintura, nada, no tengo idea de nada. O sea, lo que uno hace es como pintar con babas. Un monstruo, una cosa inimaginable. Son unos genios que a uno no le cabe en la cabeza. No, yo no entiendo, es que yo le decía a Dani, es que si yo supiera cómo hacer esa pintura y me dieran, creo que la pintó como en 2 años, una cosa así. Tú me das 20 años y no
No,
la
pues
pinto.
toda la vida y uno,
20 años, y yo
sí.
puedo dibujar, pues yo sé que si me duró 20 años tratando de dibujar como bonito, yo puedo dibujar bonito. Pero es que así me dieran 20 putos años. Yo no hago esa pintura nunca. No la puedo hacer, nunca. Es que con todas las herramientas que tengo no puedo hacer esa pintura. Es una locura lo que la gente que es buena en pintura en serio puede hacer. Es una absoluta locura. Entonces, en esto, pues no sé, de pronto usted puede decir, no, yo sé que es un genio. Lo único que estoy diciendo es que usa cobalto. Y yo ahí diría, no, créame que es que porque es un genio lo está haciendo a usted estar súper convencido de que la paleta era más amplia. Yo pensé que al comienzo de su argumento me iba a hablar de los verdes, que los verdes son re obvios,
¿Te puedo
súper
leer
obvios.
lo que
Sí,
respondió?
por favor, por favor.
Dice, no, si en la paleta misma del cuadro se pueden ver más de 4 colores. Entre el rojo y el negro se ve un pegote de tierra / óxido y debajo del negro un poco de cobalto. De hecho, en el cuadro los únicos lugares donde se encuentra cobalto es en lugares donde no hay pieles o tonos terrosos. Por supuesto, no discuto que la idea de los 4 colores de Zorn, que también se dice que son los mismos que usó Apeles, según uno de los libros de Plinio, sea falsa o mala. A mí me encanta, la uso siempre y es capaz de hacer mil cosas. Yo les dejo la imagen por si quieren ver igualmente. El azul cobalto es muy evidente en esos matices, como dije antes, en esas zonas de no carne humana. También justo me lo creo considerando que el cobalto se puso de moda por entonces, como el tubo de verde de cobalto que se encontró en su casa guión estudio.
Sí,
Mira, está acá. Es que creo que por lo que estaba viendo en un comentario anterior, dijo que hay como unos nuevos registros. Entonces,
pero,
mira, nos mandó este. Mira,
pero,
mira. No, no, este está.
pero es que yo veo esto y, o sea,
O sea, ese mismo. Mira.
no, sí,
No,
pero,
no, yo sé, pero pues te lo estoy dejando. Te estoy mostrando los zooms que nos mandó. Como acá.
uy, no, 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 no podría, es que no, yo no puedo ver
Se está
eso.
moviendo
Yo no puedo ver eso y pensar que eso
el
es,
trípode.
que eso es como, no, o sea, que en ese momentito, porque es que yo diría, bueno, usó cobalto, ¿y dónde está el cobalto? Y que dijera, no, hay una traza diminuta de cobalto en un pedacito de sombra transparente en el cuello. Y es como, bueno, ¿y por qué si introdujo cobalto no lo usó para nada más? No está en ninguna otra parte de la pintura. O sea, no hay nada en ningún momento de esa pintura que yo diga, no, es que uno necesita cobalto para pintar esto. Nada. No, yo no sé. Para mí es un poquito como, no sé. O sea, yo veo esto y es que esto es como, pues hay 4 colores. No sé, para mí hay 4 colores. O sea, no tiene que ser mentira. O sea, y digo, hay 4 colores. Y después hago así y digo, sí, hay 4 colores. O sea, no se me hace tan raro hacer esa pintura en 4 colores, no sé. O
Mm,
cualquier pintura, o sea, ¿esto? No sé, no sé.
Hector
Héctor,
was saying also, Bethan was a guest on Jeff Haynes' podcast.
¿ya?
It's a great conversation if you have the time to watch it. Oh, Bethan is so sweet and so talented, so I would for sure listen
Amazing.
to it.
Yeah, amazing.
And I mean, I haven't heard it, but I'm sure that it was a great conversation. So if people want to check it out and want to check out Bethan's work,
Oh, she's incredible.
she is super talented. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
talented, and she's super sweet
You
too.
guys are neighbor-ish, right? Because you're
I,
both in Wisconsin, right?
but I think,
Yeah, Beth is up there. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I'm
yeah.
mistaken, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, I sent the carving
Right, right.
to her house, but now I'm forgetting.
No, I'm pretty sure. I forget exactly where in Wisconsin, but go Madison.
Mm, Camille O'Gorman dice, bueno, yo tengo un amarillo naranjoso hace 30 años y nunca lo usé ni lo usaré. Cuando me muera, seguro que lo van a encontrar. Y una cara así como que lo
Sí,
encuentran en el estudio,
sí.
como
Sabía. O'Gorman pintaba con amarillo naranja.
sabía.
Ugh, nos mintió.
Tenía nuevo y todo.
Nos
O sea,
mintió.
gastó tanto que tiene un nuevo tubo. Nos
Esta-
mintió Camille.
Mienten las mentiras, mienten.
Camille O'Gorman.
Okay, Daniel Ira.
Yeah,
I'm going to stop because I like it. So,
I like it too.
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Simple. Nice. We could continue the I'm gonna read more.
about that?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna ask Eric too. Eric is very judicious with his studies of. I mean, he's Dutch, but he's closer than us to Sweden. So, and I know he really likes uh
Zorn.
well, no, just like like the scientific studies of palettes.
Oh, cool.
Because the good thing about, you know, those studies, and I'm not super familiar. That's the thing. If I could just quote like hey, there's a study that says that it was ivory black, vermilion, you know, yellow earth, and white, and like lead white, then that would be like it's there. Like it's the easiest thing. That those are the colors that are there. Like they, you know, they made a little cut, they put it through a microscope, that's what they see. But I'm not super familiar. I know that the studies that are like that with like Caravaggio or Rembrandt or Velázquez, I'm not super familiar with studies like that with Zorn,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. So I will say that if I find something, I'll be the first person that says, "Oh yeah, no." But I don't think that those paintings. I mean, me as a painter, me talking as a very limited painter, obviously, when understanding these tools, they there's nothing in his paintings that would throw me, you know, information that would make me feel I can't paint. Like, oh no, I need a blue.
Because also,
I
I
need a
think it's
blue.
not like there's a lot of people that have been studying Zorn's paintings and say, you know what? I mean, there's been, I don't know, 1,000 artists, different artists, attempting to match that color, and they can't with the Zorn palette. You know, it's always, you can always match the colors with the Zorn palette that he
I
used.
was
It's not like you, I mean, of course, it's complicated because he had an understanding of that palette, like a very broad understanding of the palette. But I'm sure that people that have studied enough of Zorn, they know how that color, like how to get to that color match. It's not like you're saying, you know, yes, he maybe he used cobalt because you can't get to that color mixing the
yeah.
Zorn palette.
I'm gonna say like I am not the best example of this. I love the philosophy of the palette, not the fact that I even say that it is a shorthand that we call it Zorn palette. Like I've said this a million times, when in reality, to me, it's a palette um, that harkens back to Baroque painting or to like, you know, high Renaissance painting or Renaissance painting, really. But it's a palette that signals like the origins of like, you know, Western representational painting. Because it's a very, it like that's the DNA of a palette that is present in, you know, tons of centuries. So we have used as a complete shorthand the fact that, you know, Zorn used it, and we say Zorn palette. But we, you know, we're probably better by saying no. This is like a palette that reminds us of what was done in the Renaissance and the High Renaissance and the Baroque, all the way to like, you know, Romanticism. Um, and it's probably better to say those things. We just say it, you know, we just like to shorten things and to say, oh, it's a Zorn palette.
Well, because it's easier to just
But you
like
know,
put a name to it.
right, right, yeah, it sells. It
Yeah,
sounds
of
nicer. It
course.
sells, and it's actually it's incredible that a painter in the, you know, late 19th century, beginning of 20th, would choose that palette over the colors that were available. Like, you know, aside from maybe being an academic exercise, it is very strange still. It is incredibly strange that for even for just, let's say he did 20 paintings, even if he used that for 20
Yeah,
paintings, it's
like he
just so
sticks to
peculiar
it.
that he wanted to do that. It's very peculiar that at that time somebody had taken that, like would have made that decision. So that's why we sort of commemorate that choice by saying Zorn palette. But I'm gonna eat my words if I find like a specific study that says, oh no, you know, that shorthand that we've used for so long, it's not real. Like no, these paintings
Like
had
it was a
way more
thing, but
colors.
maybe they added more colors. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and I think, I mean, because in no way it was like what Saint Gales was saying against what you were saying. I think
I
that
thought it was a war. I'm kidding.
I think that if maybe there's a new, like a, they took new photos and scans and a
Well,
new,
a photo won't ever
no,
tell
pero
you.
como like a new reproduction of the, how do you call, ¿cómo
No,
se
but that.
llama una?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't do anything. No, no, no. You would have to like if
Or
you want
maybe if
to.
they study the
Yeah,
painting and
you
they
have to.
realize that,
Yeah.
I'm sure that you're the first one to say, okay, that's cool. I
Yeah, of
had no
course.
idea,
No, of course. But
but
no, no, no. But they would have to like they'd have
slice
to
the
like
little,
take
yeah,
like
to
little
take
bits
out.
of the painting
Yeah.
and study them under a microscope. But I mean that's the only way you can tell what color.
Well, yeah, the
you could
like the chemical
speculate. You
reactions
could speculate or if there's
won't
like
lie.
letters of him saying like no I'm doing a self-portrait and because they used to write all those things and they used to be like, oh, I need some of that cobalt because I'm doing a self-portrait with a nude in the back and like this wooden flooring. And you go like, oh, that's the painting. And he says that he needs blue. So yeah. But if there's nothing like that, then it's just, I don't know. It's just our presumption. And based on, because it's not just that one painting. I think that painting just symbolizes a time when painters, and this is like unarguable, used very, very little pigment to do a ton of painting. And it would never surprise me. Like nothing about that seems like out of the realm of possibilities. Even I mean, even more so when it's not just me painting; it's a genius painting. Where I mean, and the precipice between the paintings that I can do and the ones that Zorn could do is enormous, enormous. It could feel like, oh no, but oh you're a good painter. Like no no no, like I could live 100 lifetimes and I'll never paint like Zorn. It's he was that different. So it's not really just about like the things that you can do with paint. Again, it's the thing that genius people can do with paint. Rembrandt had less paint than we have right now, and he had brushes that were done by hand that were super weird. Um, and he had people watching him paint all the time. He had a school of people that they looked over their shoulder. He probably touched up some paintings of some of his like that circle of Rembrandt or Rembrandt students. Nobody ever painted like Rembrandt. Nobody painted like Rembrandt back then, and nobody's ever been able to paint like Rembrandt. Um, what was it? 1669. 450 years later. So we've had 450 years to try and understand how he paints, and all that we've come up with is like, oh, he was fucking good. He was just that good. So I don't know. Sometimes the answer is that simple. Sometimes with genius painters, you realize that the answer was always that simple, which was, oh, they were just very, very good. And that's it. That's it. But I'll 100% eat my words. If
There's a study that
yeah,
came
if there's
back
something
that
that
information. Yeah.
shows that was that, oh yeah, he was faking it and he was just showing this limited palette, but it was never a limited palette. It was far broader. So I'll
So yes.
100% do that.
So that was it
Yes,
for today.
and I'll apologize, and I'll make an apology video. That maybe that's what makes us viral.
Video, yeah.
So yeah, apology videos are always good.
Yeah.
So
You fake cry.
I would fake cry like the fake cobalt.
So thank you everyone for being here. Remember,
Thank
we
you.
have a webpage. It's called theirpaintedlives.com
Yes.
or Future Mommy. Mommy as in mummification, please.
yeah.
Futuremommy.com.
Yeah. People got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did the drawing of Fer,
And you linked the future
and
mommy
I made
and
a bad
people-
joke. And if people are like true Our Painted Lives fans, like OPL fans, know
They knew
that
that we
we
were
have
talking
a
about
bad conversation, and then I go
mummification.
by
Domain.
the domain name. That's what happens. Lasagna Cadaver, bought it. Werecow, like werewolf but a cow. Werecow, bought it. Boiled Ghost.
Bought it.
Bought it. Do we have any more stupid ones?
Mm,
Nicolas Uribe Art, the stupidest one. Bought it. And now Future Mummy, because I was speaking about mummification. The bad thing was, and this is on me. I mean, I did put like a little sticker of a mummy, like, little gif of a mummy just walking.
yeah, but
But
people thought you were talking about
the drawing
Fer.
was of my 11-year-old and me saying future mummy. And they were like, oh, I guess congrats. And I was like, oh, no.
Hell no.
Oh, no. No, no, no. No. No.
Yeah. So,
No.
thank you everyone for joining us. You can go to futuremommy.com if you like this painting. So
Like
you can
mummy,
go
like,
to-
ooh.
yeah, so
ooh.
you could go to our
Toilet paper.
paintedlives.com. If you like this painting, also we are here every week.
Yes.
If you want to join us,
Yes.
we have Instagrams and we have a TikTok
Yeah, if you want to
Our
hear me
Painted
be
Lives.
super defensive about Zorn.
in the Instagram or
TikToks.
TikTok. No,
Yeah, Zorn
that's
for
not
life.
true. Yeah.
Fuck you all.
So
That's our most popular one.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone
Thank
for joining,
you.
and we'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.